All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
So, who wants to talk about last week?
We passed by the Levitt town of the city, and we met the head of the city, and he's the only decent person in town.
Okay, cities.
But he has to pretend to be an a-hole.
Yeah, he has to pretend. Well, I mean, naturally. I mean, do you expect these people to actually vote on someone who wasn't an a-hole?
Cities. Each ring is its own city and district.
Voting all.
And he only controls the Arcanus Magnum.
Yeah, but that's the only good part of the city.
To each their own, I suppose.
Really? Do you want to be in the central Levitt town run by the mob family, or do you want to be in the poor district with the poor people, with the freezing and the starving and the dying?
The whatnot.
And the poor people.
It has really good parking.
Yeah, it has really good parking because no one has cars to park.
I couldn't even park my stag, man.
Like, you don't want that. They'll take the hooves off that thing.
Yeah, which, by the way, that is still back in Estens.
Oh, I know. It's just all alone hanging out. Just standing in the middle of the bar.
I'm imagining that it's made friends with, like, a homeless guy.
Actually, what's the range in your telepathy? Isn't it?
I think it's only a mile. Hold on, I'll check.
Then he's just out of range.
Oh, I thought we were way further away.
Well, the distance, the water distance between each of the city rings is smaller than this. But yeah, the city rings are quite large. Though they get smaller.
Like, I imagine that the city is much, is about the size of, like, one of those, like, a tributary.
I mean, it is 3 functioning cities with their own ecosystems. Yeah. Alright. So, is there anything else?
Hold on a second, I'm bird wrangling.
Bird wrangling.
Let it out of his cage again.
After we met him, we talked to him, and he was like, "Sure, I'll let you do whatever you want if you blow up that fortress." And we were like, "Okay."
No, what? Were you drunk? That is good.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason we're doing this.
Yeah.
I think it was that he wanted us to infiltrate, but then we couldn't get out afterwards, and then we have to either kill the enemy or make it so, Big Bad's gone.
If we get rid of that fortress, he will help us with stuff.
Well, not get rid of. He said he can repair it, but I don't think we're supposed to completely destroy it. We just get rid of the weapon, the thing that shoots in the sky.
I mean, is he gonna be mad if it gets obliterated?
Well, seeing as though he's wanted to level it to the ground, probably not. Also, he said he'd be appreciative. He did not give you any kind of reward, at least nothing that wasn't dripping in sarcasm.
No, he explicitly said that he would allow us stuff, because that was my question. I said, will you let us use magic to do all of the research we want in here? And he said, yeah, I will let you,
Okay, that's different.
No.
No, I mean, it's different in a good way. He did agree to let you, your guests in the academy. Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Right.
Yeah, if he tries to back out on that, we'll have to kill him.
I mean...
One impossible task to the next.
So how many leaders are on our hit list?
What we'll do is, we'll give him some poison bread, and he'll just die.
Ow.
Okay, and another thing, he's only the Archmage. He's not a king or a ruler. Like, something you've noticed, these cities don't have governments. That's why each one of them operates independently.
They're more like baronies.
Yeah, akin to city-states.
Kind of like the merchant princes. Wow, words from whatever it's called, the new module.
Waterdeep?
No, the one where they're on the island with the dinosaurs and crap.
Jurassic Park?
Oh!
Annihilation? Or is it the other one? It's Annihilation, yeah.
I think I'm actually watching somebody play through that. But yeah, he also kind of stressed that he doesn't think you can do this. That he has sent far stronger individuals there to no avail.
But were they crazier?
Right.
Probably not. I mean, he has readied you a way to get there. He ain't putting faith in you. Like, you're just 6 strangers who walked up out of nowhere and said, "Hi, we want to kill a Satan."
I mean, you know, as you do.
I like to imagine epic music came in when we did that.
Nope, regular theme.
So, how much access exactly do we have to the school? Like, can we just walk into one of the classrooms, or?
Well, that's actually a good jumping on point. As all of you, walking through the same doorway back. Well, now that you can actually see it from the opposite side, you can see that it's a thin film that only slightly resembles the innered ring that you had entered in here to like where the desk was. And then passing through it, you again arrive at the same desk as you did last time, but the same individual just going through papers. And as soon as the last one of you exits through, the film on the door dissipates, and it begins to spin again. Just faster and faster and faster until, again, he reaches out, grabs the bar, stops it. As this time, it's not a regular door frame, but almost like a mirror frame, like very oval and circular. That then lights up, and a different individual walks out of it. A rather interesting one. Very, very dark blue skin, but beautifully blonde, swift hair. Slightly, not so much oily, but glistening skin with what almost looks like to be a tinge of scales. But a humanoid form. Steps out with a clipboard in hand, looks to all of you and is, "Oh, well, you're right on time. Come on. I presume you have much you want to do." And he just starts walking down the giant hallway.
Let's follow.
I follow readily.
Same.
Walking down, you can begin to see that there are identical desks in front of identical doorways, and it goes all the way up. But it does continue to spin, set up to a different door, and then someone comes out of it. Or goes into it, or some creature, or some material. This is a nexus of doorways. But as you are continuing on, the individual, your guide, perks up. It's like, "So, I was told to treat you individuals as guests." Which, I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea why. But the glass boat is ready. The second you want to go on your damned adventure, just give the word. I would recommend setting your affairs in order. But hey, that's just me. I think for a living. As such, we don't really get guests very often, but we are allowing you access to not sensitive areas, but general purpose, educational centers, rehabilitation, basic R&D. I mean, this is the Arcanus Magnum, after all. We kind of pride ourselves in the research that we do.
You mentioned rehabilitation.
That's a bit. We do have a couple of medical centers on hand. Though most of those have been drained. Most of everything has been drained. This college is running on a skeleton crew with everyone capable going out and either fixing the walls, shoring up the barrier, or just trying to keep the people fed.
Fair enough.
But if you are looking for some medical aid, there's more than a couple places that could help.
Oh no, I'm looking The opposite of that, actually, to give medical aid.
No. We haven't had a big accident around here in a while, mostly due to us being 10% of our normal capacity.
You know now that you've said that.
We go through some crazy things around here. You will not believe what the Invokers try to get past security with. I swear it's a game to them.
Yeah, like some kind of crazy evil card or something like that.
With power cards. Ooh, no, those are banned on campus. We torch those things on sight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you know where I could get some medical supplies?
Okay, that's the thing. Yes and no. We have more than a few training areas with some of the younger students who aren't capable of helping in the cities. And they do produce goods for the sake of helping, though mostly it's just for college credits.
Oh, well, we do have a wizard. He could technically apply, yes?
If we were accepting, yes.
You said you're low on numbers. Why wouldn't you be?
Well, they're still present. They're just off working. How do I describe this? We are a center for knowledge, and we are more than willing to take in more. It's just we're not low on individuals. We're overworked. Half of us are just working in the hydroponics labs.
I don't know what that word is, but that sounds interesting.
It was something we were trying to develop for, faster settlement building in order to help tame the wilds around Assyria. Basically, it's a way of growing fruit and vegetables efficiently and very quickly.
Wouldn't that take away jobs from farmers?
The idea was to help start, not... They wouldn't have the capability of keeping it going very long, as we've begun to notice. We can do in a couple days what would normally take a couple months. But it's very costly. Not only does it require almost constant arcane infusement, but it kills the crops afterwards. We essentially just have to go seed to seed for fruit to fruit. And even then, the soil just completely disintegrates. We're running low on dirt.
Well, that's, no offense, a bit of relief that magic's not taking away everything. Gotta let other people have some fun.
I'm sure that the farmers will be thrilled to know that they can enjoy the fun of the day-to-day excitement of being a farmer.
There's a charm to it.
Hey, everyone has a job. But this was just research. It was only theoretical until a few months ago. And now it's currently the only thing keeping the city alive. Even though it's almost killing us. We don't have very many accidents, but we are having a large spot of exhaustion, if that means anything.
I can fix that. I'm so good at druid, actually.
Yes, I raise my hand and say I can help with that stuff. And the farm stuff.
All enough.
Well, yeah. I suppose you can go talk to them. I mean no disrespect to your abilities, but it's not that we're lacking power. It's literally that, but oh dear, how do I explain this? It's just requiring a lot of us. If you want, you can go through, what is it? GRD 404. That should be the basic, that should be the hydroponics you'd be allowed to. You might be able to lend a hand, for whatever that's worth.
What would be a good area to find someone who, you say people make spells and things for college credits?
Oh, yes. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. One of the few stations that hasn't been drained completely is spell infusion.
Oh, now we're talking.
You mean enchantments?
No, not infusing objects. Infusing people.
That sounds dangerous and like it shouldn't be a thing.
It
This is
absolutely
right up my
is.
alley.
It absolutely is. And it's also a bit... I'm just going to say hinky, and just leave it at that. It's relatively new. We've been using it to sort of bolster our forces. It takes... sometimes.
Do you have a map on you to help us get to all these places, or are you just gonna follow us around?
Oh, well, I can lead you wherever you need to, but there is no map. That's why we use the doorway nexus. There is no actual building here. This entire center is just for the Archmage. The doorway nexus is for us. For how many of them are still working.
Reminds me of the cave, which I never want to go back to again.
Which cave?
Teska said.
The one where we all, individually died horrible ways, but it was only illusion, and I'm a bit scarred from that.
Yeah, I need to punch that guy still.
Oh, Cave of Wonders. Oh, you really actually took the challenge. You're probably one of the few people that might have been actually capable to do it. How far
We
did
were
you get?
floundering the entire time.
I wasn't floundering.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, seeing as that was designed for the average folk...
Is there an advanced Cave of Wonders?
Please, no.
Well, we actually had to reduce the difficulty of the cave over the last few years. Nobody was able to beat it. Well, except for the old guard. But they don't count. Alright. But, if you're trying to find something in specific, anyone working at one of the desks can help you. Every doorway is just within reach. But if there's anything specific, I'm here to help. It just comes with, you're a guest. As long as you're not a douche, we can help each other out. And hey, I may not believe in you and what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to hinder you. We're kind of desperate at this point.
There are a few subjects we would like to research before we, as well as test out a few of the magical items we currently possess.
Or possibly trade them.
Are there any special areas or specific areas we can go to do our research, as well as a safe place that we might be able to test out our items without murdering people?
TG 101. It's a blanket pocket void that we use for general misdemeanor, destruction, and other things. But it's an endless expanse. It's designed to be destroyed in every way of the word. Yeah. You can ask anyone and you can just go right there. You don't even need supervision there. I mean, if you blow yourself up there, it's not like we're going to find you.
In that infusing people with spells, do they also have the ability to infuse items with spells?
I'm afraid not. You'd have to talk to either a grease mage or somebody over in hardcore R&D, but they don't take visitors. Hell, they barely take some of us. They're especially busy now in the air dock.
I have an intense desire to bother these people.
Good luck. You're gonna have to knock.
Yeah, we're busy with other things, Armax. We'll distract you sufficiently here in a moment.
All right, so what do we do first?
Ask and I will tell you.
Because I just kind of wanted to check out that spell thingy.
I also would like to check out the spell.
That spell thing sounds awesome. But she would go to that hydroponics thing first.
Yeah, same for Yaja. I'd rather do that.
Well, you're more than free to split up. It's not as if there's any danger here.
It's not a part if we don't split up once in a while, right?
I'm immediately suspicious.
Oh my god, there was a beholder in the hydroponics room.
I'm trying to think if that actually did happen.
You know, honestly, I can imagine that someone would fuck up the genetics of a tomato so much that it does become a beholder. Like, not a good one, but like a beholder.
No,
A
no,
tomoder.
it was hydropropulsion. It wasn't hydroponics.
Like a really tiny beholder.
Like, I'm picturing like a beholder, and instead of like shooting murder, it shoots like ketchup.
And they grow on trees.
Yes.
You can see him just like make a small note. Well,
To the spell room.
I am also going to the spelling.
Right. So,
Thing.
are you guys going to split up?
I think so.
Yes, to the plants.
All right. So
Science.
each of you go to a different desk, and the individual there essentially pulls out a card, writes down the address basically, and each of them grab a bar and spin. And in unison, they both grab on and stop all the doors, and both of you groups have two different doorways. They slide in their cards and they welcome you in. So my question is, who wants to go first?
We'll go first. We're crazy.
Yeah.
All right. You two walk through and are immediately greeted to a very tall interior of a tower. The stonework is completely mossed, rotted, cracked, and bewildered. Along every wall, there's different shelves containing bottles, tinctures, crystals, even more than a few still living creatures. The center of the room, on the other hand, has this large 40-foot diameter machine made of cold, dark iron that seems to be focusing onto a small iron slab, almost like a morgue table. Looking straight up, you can see that there's a small, tiny bead of just purple light just coming up at the top of the tower, which looks to be hundreds of feet tall. Behind the table, sitting at a desk, you can see what looks to be a human individual with very dark matted hair who seems to be just like going through books and making small notes.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh,
Hello there.
just like he pulls up his goggles and you can see he is human. Can I help you?
Can you?
What?
We heard that this is a place where people become infused with spells.
Oh shit! Like rips off, takes off his goggles, like starts walking over. He prestidigitates his clothes, which look horrible even with his magic. And he stands up in front of him. He's like, okay. Hi,
Hello.
again.
I'm Fitz. And yeah, this is... Well, it has a longer name, but fuck it. It's a spell infuser. We use it to tap into the... Well, the weave, as we call it. The universal storage of all magic. It's a temperamental process, but yeah, we're able to infuse spells into individuals. Going
What kind
past
of
normal
spells?
reserves. Oh, that... Okay. I don't know. We've only had a handful of humanoid trials that worked.
What? When you define worked,
I mean, they could still speak.
what? They just said a whole lot afterwards, didn't they?
No. They were at least at three consonant words.
Oh, what happened to the body? Just out of curiosity.
Well, if they had a DNR, then they probably went to Necro. And if they did have one, they probably went to Resto.
makes sense. So, say my friend and I here are interested. What are the qualifications to hop on this project?
Well, you have to have natural arcane abilities. That's the big one. You can't cheat them. Because
Define cheat them.
there are those who are just lightly touched with magic, especially some races. Ganassi, for one. Even though they have access to some decent magic, they're not actually innate spellcasters, unless they train to be one. This machine doesn't like not knowing where to put things. The weave is temperamental.
Oh, well, I have magic that literally pours out of me, even at inopportune times.
You're good. You're something else.
Yeah, I was taught my magic.
Can you cast spells you were not born with?
I've never tried.
What? Did you learn, or were you born with it?
I learned.
You're good. The weave will know what to do with you.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't... Okay, yeah, alright, we're good then. Cool.
Alright. Currently, we're diverting a lot of, we're currently devoting a lot of power to other places, so I only have a small section of the weave I have access to, but you know, I got a couple things. Mostly just names. Sort of.
Now, when you say just sort of names...
The weave is the collection of all spells. In your experiences, in your travels, you will pull from it unknowingly. Or sometimes knowingly. It depends. But that is where magic is. It is the literal weave that unites the realms. It's really cool shit. So,
interesting.
When we start pulling at the strings of reality, we don't know exactly what happens.
Well, that's why you give him a good yank.
Basically,
You see? Exactly.
machine just infuses you with more of the weave, and you get something?
Yeah,
If it works.
correct.
And you don't die.
Well, of course.
Or have your brain fried.
Well, we can fix that.
Sounds safe to me.
What's the worst that can happen?
Okay, so what do we need to do this?
Okay. Well, honestly, not much. All you would need is a focusing diamond. And a couple other components.
Focusing time.
You said a focus?
It has to be a specific one. I'll tell you what. It seems like you guys are guests. I can't cover the fee, but I can cover getting the pieces. I would essentially just send some cash over to the cage, and they'll switch it out.
Okay, so how much for the components then?
Well, hop in. Let's find out.
All right.
So you're gonna lie on the table?
Say what?
You need to lie on the table.
All right, I hop up on the table immediately.
All right. You lay back and Armax, you're getting a weird sense of euphoria.
Nostalgia.
No. Specifically euphoria.
Oh no.
Oh, it's just like I'm back at home.
Yep. And as you're looking into this small little needled prick at the end of this machine, you can begin to feel this like little spark of electricity just sort of tickle your forehead. Bran, You can see the entire tunnel above him is crackling like a thunderstorm. Whatever is going on, it's silent. Disturbingly silent, but chaotic. As if two thundering elementals are battling for dominance. And it is just pouring into this machine looking at him. Fizz.
There's not really much going on. You're fine.
Fizz, on the other hand, is going over and he's pulling out a glass slate from the machine itself and is taking a look at it.
Hey, I'm starting to taste pennies. Is that okay?
The hell's a penny?
It's made of copper.
Yeah, you're probably fine. Okay. Okay. Good news. It'll work. Bad news. Weave's being a bitch. Or a bastard. It's being a something.
It's asking to hold its weave.
No, it's, well, because we don't really have much power for this thing, we're only getting a couple of really basic stuff. But, currently, it looks like the weave is willing to bend for 4 spells. A cantrip, a first, a second, and a third level. Now, each of these are going to cost differently. The first and the cantrip are going to be around 600 gold pieces apiece. The second and the third are a little more expensive. Like, we're not going to need a focusing diamond for this. We're going to need, like, the full, like, baby-sized sapphire for this son of a bitch. And that's going to be around 8k, unless you could provide one.
Do we have any fancy things?
Out of character, we have that wand made out of gems. That might do something.
The Rod of Elementals.
That feels so weird to say. I'm not going to say it.
Damn it. I mean, well,
let's not trade the rod.
But that was out of character. I'm not there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was gonna be like,
we can probably pop a few of those gems off.
probably
no,
not.
It is there.
It's made of the gems, like
faded
exactly.
into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically fused together. Like there is only gems. There's nothing else. But I'll let you guys think about that while I go over to Ayaja and Elion. You guys walk through the portal, and you're immediately greeted with a oddly peaceful sight in comparison. You guys are standing in a field. A perfectly level field with very rich, loose dirt beneath your feet. Above you, you can see a triangular sun that is perfectly dead center. You can see small bits of clouds that seem to be moving in bands as opposed to any sort of wafting winds. You can see about 200-300 feet in front of you a heap of people with this in front of what looks to be, well, it looks like ivy that is growing up laundry lines. Alright. So what do you want to do?
Do I see anybody around?
Yes. You can see many people there working on. You can see many people there, like a couple dozen. They seem to be going in between different ones of the vines. You can see some of them casting. You can see more than a few of them going over to the side and lying down on a cot. And there's plenty of them on cots.
Does any of them look like a leader person?
Make a perception check. You can see one individual who, where everyone else has what looks to be just general garden attire, this individual is still wearing like nice robes with light blues and small little pins that are holding on a cloak. She seems to be in charge, or I should say, she's the only one not working.
I walk up to her and ask how I can help.
Alright. Stepping up, you can see that this is... She's a lot taller than she did look from a ways away. Although she has very, very white skin. Not pale, not drained, but almost sort of like snow-kissed. She has very short-cut hair that looks to be almost like a jet black. And she's tall, like about a good 6'9", 6'10". You know, as you approach her, she just takes one look at, "Hi, welcome to hydroponics. How can we help you?"
The question is, how can I help you? And I just point at her when I say the you part.
Well, unless you can bring me another 14, 15 magi and another 6.5 tons of dirt, there's not much.
Hey, I'm a druid. I can help.
Oh. Oh, you're not a student. Oh.
No.
Well, I'm not exactly going to say no to some help, but we'd have to educate you on the proper protocols. You see, well, come over here. And she sort of motions you deeper into the forest, the pseudo forest. Entering in deeper and deeper, you can see that these vines are growing in laundry lines, but it's not just one vine. They are dozens of plants in small little balls of dirt that are just flowing over and down into the soil. And on them you can see fruit, vegetables, even some weird nuts and beans you haven't seen before. As you get closer to the center, you can see this huge greenhouse that also seems to double as her work area, with a small little desk on the inside, and wall-to-wall flowers that seem to be directly facing the light, but also seem to move specifically when somebody gets near them, almost as if they are acknowledging your presence. Well, this is really... Sorry. I am Tura. I am currently the head researcher here in hydroponics. We're currently trying to keep the cities fed, and, well, we're short on staff, to be quite honest. I've had to send most of my individuals, packing, just because of how much stress it's been putting on them. With a couple of days, I could definitely get you up to speed, but judging from your demeanor, it would have to... Well, I don't mean this to be rude, but you kind of don't meet the requirements to enter into this division.
Excuse me?
We're trying to keep to more experienced arcanists. This is nothing to do with your magic. This is just to do with your strength.
Excuse me, if I may, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Even if she may not be as experienced, she has ones you don't have. She's not from around here. You could still learn something at the very least.
Oh, what?
Exactly, thank you.
Well, most of us here are druidic. I picked up a little bit of it, thanks to R&D.
I grew up in a druidic village. Please.
Okay. Let me... Do you have the ability to resuscitate the dead? Can you banish ailments of any indistinguishable origin?
I have lesser. I can do lesser. I am not strong enough for greater yet.
That's the problem.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't see what this has to do with actual knowledge. It's just application.
Well, that's just... It has nothing to do with what you know. Even if you couldn't cast a spell, if you had the will, it would be fine. But the problem is, in order to keep these plants growing, we have to basically pump them full of arcane energy. We are functioning as conduits for the ley lines in this area. And as I've seen with some of the younger students, willing students, it's tiresome as well as dangerous. As much as I would love your help, I wouldn't want to put you in danger to do it. The last thing we need is to have more people injured just trying to make a tomato grow faster. If we weren't under such time constraint, you would be a lovely addition. But it's the fact that we have to produce tons of this stuff every week just to fight off starvation. That's the issue.
Do you want me to talk to these plants and see what they actually need?
I wouldn't recommend it. Most of them have been genetically engineered. They're kind of void of spirit.
What?
I don't know if that's a good thing. No offense.
Oh, no. It is something we were hoping to work upon, but situations have changed. Hydroponics was a theory just a few months, year and a half ago. It's only because of how times have been going we've had to accelerate the process. Typically, the only flowers we have that are spiritless are, the daylight dandies.
I have a question. That research of yours, does it have anything to do with the giant flower that was in the Popper district?
Oh, that's him. That's the daylight dandy.
Yeah, he
sure.
wasn't very talkative.
Well, they don't really have much to them. They are magically summoned, so they already start off with a handicap. That one specifically is designed to function as a containment unit. Originally, we had hoped it would, encompass an area and then protect it against everything. Elemental incursion, rogue animals, pissed arcanist. It was designed to help protect an area so it could grow.
It sort of did protect it. I mean, it protected what was on the outside of it rather and kept the bad stuff in. But it did work in a way.
That's what we've been using it lately for. Again, most of what we're working on is still experimental. We've only been doing most of this for the last 200 years.
You're really old.
Sorry, hon. I may be an estimate, but I don't live that long.
It was just a joke.
Oh, you're in hydroponics, hon. Many of us are very resilient to age. But yeah, it was basically an emergency procedure. But was going to help protect an ecosystem, protected an artificial ecosystem. It's the way things are going right now. We're basically just patchwork, trying to fill some needs here and there. So you can understand why I don't want to cause you any harm. We're just far too, not busy, but just needed. I can't even send most of the people here home anymore, just because we need so many here at any second.
Can we at least look at the people? I mean, if we don't know about the plants, which I still think my friend does, but we're healers. Even if it's a little bit, it's still something. And something that you don't have to do yourselves.
They are not physically wounded. They are just magically exhausted.
You can let us try at the very least.
Oh, I won't stop you. If nothing else, the sight of a paladin would be kind of a boost to morale, but even some of the strongest instructors here don't really have much that can help.
I won't force it.
If you want to go to them, you're more than welcome. And your friend, in fact, both of you would be fairly efficient at this task, but just not at the levels we need.
It's a bit less that you'll have to do.
No, it's endangering. In order to perform the rituals that we need to function, it draws the power from you whether you have it or not. It doesn't care if you can or can't. it will make it happen or kill you in the process. We haven't figured out a way to vary it enough in order for younger arcanists to use it effectively. It's basically trying to have a child ride a bull. Sure, they have the capacity, but just not yet.
Do you have a grove here?
Not in hydroponics. There should be one in Natural.
You should get a grove here. That would probably help with the druid powers. Just so you know.
It's something to look into, but we don't have the soil to do much else.
Perhaps you
We
could
used to
use
have
an aspect.
fields of flowers here. The hydroponics was designed to grow everything. We've had to condense it because we don't have the resources to continue anymore.
Do you think an aspect would help? I mean, we have some among us, and I mean, if that can do anything to lessen the strain.
She just sort of looks at you two and just goes over and just closes the door. If I can make you some advice, do not say you have those out in the open. Those are very valuable trinkets to the right people.
You're trustworthy, I can tell.
I am, but the walls have ears. And eyes. And sometimes hands.
Okay, stop. I don't need visual.
Yet.
I start looking around for hands, eyes, and ears.
Relax. We don't allow illusionists in here anymore.
Thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, well, I mean, if you're willing to offer, like, what do you have?
Well, I have one that negates magic.
Then keep that away from these plants.
Oh, she'll just back up to, like, where the door was and just kind of stand against it. Sorry.
It's alright. I mean, you haven't done anything yet, so it's probably going to be fine.
Is there any way I could, like, test the soil and maybe with my druid prowess I could tell, like, what's wrong to make it this way?
Sure. Make a nature check. Oh, are you testing the ground beneath you or the ground the plants are growing out of?
The ground the plants are growing out of.
Okay, nature. Alright, moving out of the office and looking to one of the groves that someone's working on. You just take a piece of it, and the topsoil is incredibly fruitful and bountiful. It looks like it's been freshly mulched. This is incredible, but you look down the ball itself, and you can literally see the nutrients being drained out of it. The bottom of the soil just becoming sand. It's clear that what they're doing is drawing nutrients out and helping the plant grow, but it's destroying the soil in the process. Like, this is what would happen if a farmer tried to farm the same land for decades without doing anything about it. But they're doing it in a few hours.
They need to learn crop rotation. They need peanuts. I let her know that they're pretty much killing the soil with what they're doing.
We know. That's
You need to stop. Or this is going to keep happening and nothing's going to grow here.
That's why we're trying to get more dirt.
More dirt is not going to help.
I mean, you're a bunch of mages. Can't you change the dirt to something else? I know this sounds impractical, but that's what magic is, isn't it?
Well, that's one of the options we're looking into. It's just not our department. We are here specifically to help them grow.
And you don't all communicate. You're all separated? I don't understand why you can't just go to another...
Oh no, we would normally, but here's the thing. You're either here helping it grow or one of the other grow centers, or you're out spreading the fruit and vegetables, or we're out, fixing the walls, mending the barriers. Most of the city runs on magic in some form or function, and typically we'd send a few of us out here at a time to help keep the cities running. But we can't do it for so long. We're a college. We are meant to study, to learn, to take a long time to do these things so you do them right. We were never meant to help fend off sieges, especially not like this.
I didn't mean to be that person to come in and not know what I'm talking about. I just thought maybe an outside perspective.
It's perfectly alright. Frankly, it's the fact that you don't know that is keeping the city calm. If the city knew that at any given day we are maybe 2 or 3 people away from just losing tons of produce, it might put them into a bit of a panic.
There's already a bit of unrest and rumors going around. Not about that, but still, things aren't good.
Well, we're doing what we can.
And it's appreciated greatly.
Yeah. So, as it stands, we're just trying to make as much fruit and vegetables as we can. And that comes at a price. Because it's so new, we're burning through magic rapidly.
And the soil, and the nutrients.
And because it's so fast, we're not able to keep the soil regulated.
Maybe you should go back to the old-fashioned way.
If we'd stop for 48 hours, we would have to cut off an entire city's worth of food.
Maybe you need more than one grow center.
We do. This is hydroponics.
Oh, right.
We have a couple other dozen doorways that are just designed to do the same thing. This is just where we were supposed to research it. I mean, we were always growing food for the cities. You know?
Yeah, you need to change something, because this is not going to work. More dirt is not going to work. Something needs to be done. And then I try to educate her on crop rotation and such.
And she quotes it back to you faster than you can say it. We understand. The problem isn't we don't know, the problem is we don't have time.
You should make time.
People will die. I will choose to keep people alive for as long as I can. If the city wasn't depending upon us solely, trust me, what you're talking about is what we would normally do. We were actually near a breakthrough, actually able to grow plants without soil altogether, and just use nutrient-based water. That way it could cycle through almost constantly.
What? This sounds very, very weird.
Amazing, though. I wish you luck with that.
Well, we'd hope to get back to that soon, but we're just too needed. Or I should say, the fruits are too needed.
Would there... This is going to sound really silly, but would there be a way to grow plants that give more nutrients, like my friend's good berries? I mean, it would last a lot longer that way. I'm just talking out of my... I don't really know this stuff, but maybe?
It's
good berries work well.
Yes.
You only need one a day.
There's a few 100,000 people here.
It's easy spell to learn.
Yes, and it's better than an apple that's just a partial meal.
And there's maybe 200 of us total in the college.
Why don't you teach everyone to do it?
Druidic.
You can teach people to do it.
And some are just not gifted enough to do so.
You make 10 at a time. You can spread it out.
Not quickly enough. Like, the spell is simple. And trust me, we've looked into that. We've tried actually making good berry syrup. It was essentially a good berry that would last longer as a juice. It was looking promising. We were able to keep bottles going for weeks on end. But it was a slow process. This was faster.
It's something for the future, then, if this happens.
Yes. Oh, no, absolutely. We're having brewing look into that. Well, 2 of them now. Please understand, we're a skeleton crew. We are just stretched too thin and needed far too much. Where we should have been researching, we are now working. Which, We never mind it. But not like this. Every day I'm having to send somebody out because they are just arcane burned out. I'm worried if I push them any harder, they may just start losing their arcane capabilities altogether. The situation is far dire than it looks. I'm sorry to unload on you two. It's just been kind of... this has been us for 5 months.
It's okay, we did the same to you just now, so it's all fair.
But as I said, if you wanted to look after those who are exhausted, you're more than free to. And it may do some good, but we need manpower, woman power, anything power. And we just don't have it. I'm sorry, it was nice to get away from normal day-to-day work, but I need to get back. Those potatoes will not energize themselves. You're more than welcome to look around, but not in my office. I'm trying to keep the temperature in here regulated so these flowers don't die out. If eventually we do get back to normal runnings, I would like to get back, to something far more simple. And she just begins to escort you out.
She was nice.
I don't think I like this place. They're too fast.
I know, but they have to, hun. It's one of those things.
Right. Speaking of going too fast, Arumax?
Aromax gotta go fast.
I'm staring into the void.
Yeah. But you have been for like a minute.
Before we begin, are you saying the weave can only offer 4 spells total? Or just 4 spells to him?
Currently, looking at him, the weave can offer these spells. Later, it could offer more if we can power it up more. Sometimes it's finical and we'll leave very little.
I was just trying to figure out, like once he got done and I got on the...
No.
So if it's per or collective?
Oh no, you would get a completely different set.
Ah. Yes, okay. Do we know what spells they are?
Well, the weave is giving me very simple names. But, if any of these catch your... Oh shit, no, one of these is actually really fucking good. Idea.
What's that one?
This is a spell wizards kill for. I mean, this one I can actually tell you what it does. It allows you to tap into the same knowledge that dragons have. More specifically, the knowledge through greed. It will allow you to...
What?
Basically, you can sacrifice money and the aspect of greed in that and gain knowledge beyond your days.
You mean
that sounds awesome.
You mean I could be wise?
No. Opposite. Book smart.
Intelligent.
Yeah. A lot of wizards use this to cheat on tests.
Which level is that one?
First.
Hey.
Well, I'm about to give you the other options. You got something called Ritual of Strength. Looks to be some kind of self-modifying buff. Got Skyhook. It has something to do with fixed space. And Nastul's Baton. It summons a weapon. Sorry, the weave is just, being itself today.
No, you're good. Armax, I think you're a walking weapon.
Yeah, I generally don't need to summon any weapons unless I would be throwing these to Bran.
Right, and let's see. Skyhook requires some very specific conditions to really be useful.
How do you know?
I knew a guy who knew a guy who used it on a bird.
I don't know if that's creepy or kinky, so I'm just gonna say good for you.
Is that Daredevil guy?
Don't worry about it. Point being, like, in comparison to the knowledge of dragons, Skyhook really isn't.
Well, it's not the knowledge of dragons. It's tapping into the same knowledge that they got. Like, they're really fucking smart for something that just lives in a cave.
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna do in a cave other than read books?
Wait, like, does it actually pour knowledge in your brain, or does it just make you as intelligent as a dragon? Or...
It's not that good. It gives you an idea. Points you in the right direction.
Like, gives you a dragon's intellectual instinct?
So
Okay,
if I need...
remove the dragon part of it. It's just general intelligence.
Just makes you smarter.
So to make me... So if I say needed to, like, research something...
Eureka moments. And yeah, it might actually... Yeah, it'll help you with that.
Alright, so that's pretty awesome. So it was Skyhook, the dragon idea knowledge that's not dragon idea knowledge, and... make a weapon. That was it?
Sorry, the scripting on it, I don't know how to read it. It's something that's not me.
There was a strength buff, too.
Yeah, that was the weakest one.
Yeah.
Alright, so is there what's the cost for just dragon?
600.
Yep. Just need a basic focusing diamond.
What do you say, man?
I think it's worth it. There are plenty of times where we could use a direction.
I mean, we can always look at your options, too. This is just what the Weave's offering now. It's not going to go away anytime soon.
Well, I mean, you want to see what I get offered, and then...
Oh, yeah. Well, I ain't seen when you get into this machine yet. I want to see if your head explodes.
Yeah, I want to see his head explode, too.
Yeah, I would prefer not to see that.
Okay.
I mean, technically you wouldn't. We'd have to put a mirror up first.
That's a good... You're still laying on the table.
I imagine I get off the table and it just immediately, like, just shuts down like someone pulled the outlet out.
You slide off the table and yeah, everything just goes dark. Yeah, like, my research needs more people to use this machine. Like, you got friends and family that are magically connected? Fuck it, send them my way.
It just might take some convincing to let them understand the practicality of all this. They're not very rational individuals.
Come on now, Bran. Quit being a fraidy baby and get on the big scary slab.
Okay, fine. I'll get on the big scary slab.
Yeah.
It's cold. Actually, that makes it more comfortable.
All right. And Armax, you can see what he saw, and Bran, you can see very little. There is, however, a significant change. Armax, you can see that the lightning crackling above him is white, with like streaks of black checkered lines, almost like a rendering error in Adobe, like the zebra pattern. It's like that.
Oh, Bran, someone scratched the disc of the universe.
What do you mean someone scratched the disc of the universe?
Yeah, there's a lot of rendering errors happening. It's getting real choppy. The music's skipping.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what any of that means.
You just lay there, Bran. Try not to think of anything that would require going to a second disc.
Now I'm 100% thinking of everything that does that.
Fizz just pulls out like a rubber baton, just hits you in the head. Stop moving. All right. You got modified spell usage. I wish I knew that. I would have calibrated for it, but yeah, you also got a couple options.
Modified spell usage?
And you're like me, patronage.
Oh. I kind of like look at RMX. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, dude, no worries. Everyone does it eventually. I mean, we are at college and all. Alright. Alright, you got...
Wait a minute, hold on a second. What did you just say?
So nonchalant.
Sorry, I was getting a fork so I could grab a pickle. What did you just say?
I mean, he's just gonna move on.
No. Back that one up.
Nothing. He said nothing. I have my own special magic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and it fucked the weave. Like, Armax, you can see Fizz just like looking at the glass tablet, and you can see that rendering error thing in the lightning is on the tablet now.
Is it supposed to be flat? Is it supposed to be flashing that much red?
Okay, you did something. You hear me, Elfie boy? You did something.
I do many things.
Way to go, Bran. You and your recklessness.
There's a nut. There's a nut in the weave. And it's over you.
A knot?
Yes.
A nut?
Okay. The weave is this intricate series of, lines that connect everything. But everything flows in a natural order. When we tap into it, we find your place in it and can tighten it. So you get stuff faster. You, motherfucker, have a knot. One of your lines got tied with another one, and it made something weird happen here. There's a spell here that you, for some reason, you get from somewhere different. And I've seen this spell before. It's clerical. Why the hell are you getting it?
It's mine.
Alright, well maybe the
Way to go, Brad. You nutted up the system.
It's called Frostfire. Some of the dimensional guys use this to fight off fire elementals.
Oh, wait, what level is it? Is it a cantrip?
It is a second.
Second?
I don't know why the hell it's here. The other ones seem to make more sense. The weapon shift, blood bridge. Are you sure you're not a priest?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Alright.
I'm more of a priest than he is.
And you got first strike. Which, Brand, that name does perk up for you.
First strike. That does sound familiar.
Ayaja's used it twice.
I usually used it once, actually.
You did? I thought you used it against... Oh, no, you
No,
didn't. I was confused.
I didn't have it prepared, so I couldn't.
Yeah. It's what Ayaja used on the crabs.
What was that first spell?
First I mentioned, or first in the line?
The naughty one.
Oh, Frostfire. Something to do with taking the positive temperatures of things and making them negative.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You turn positive to negative on a temperature scale.
To an equivalent
Brad
amount?
hit a volcano.
Like, does that apply to anything?
I couldn't tell you. The planar guys typically don't come around here. They
Like
call my work damning and a sin upon the gods and all that shit.
They're just jealous because they didn't get cool stuff.
I know. I
I
work
high
for something when
fives.
you can buy it. I mean, that's why we use the cage.
This thing's putting out a lot of radiation.
Maybe. I would recommend going through Scrub at some point.
First
Right.
strike. So what does the first strike spell do?
Oh, since you've seen it in action, it's what Ayasha used to give you everyone an advantage on initiative checks.
Initiative roll, yeah.
Yeah, it's the guys, we need to be faster than them right now spell.
Yeah, it's not concentration, it's a reaction. So, like, if we see an enemy, you can just be like, boom.
Okay. Nice. Okay, and then Blood Bridge. What does Blood Bridge?
Bridges life forces. Or trades them? Steals them. No, it's clerical magic. I can't read this shit. I'd give for a priest working here.
I mean, I know about Blood Bond.
I got nothing. I've never heard of that. Yeah, I don't get very many in here.
What
Mostly-
what level is Blood Bridge?
Wait. Is 116 divisible by 12?
116 divisible by 12?
Yes.
Let's see. No.
First level.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can take your time. Like, I mean, I'm not exactly doing anything now. And the weave doesn't move much.
Frost.
Especially not to put a fucking knot in it.
That
Yeah,
Frostfire
what-
sign's pretty awesome.
What does the knot mean? Like, what is
It means something's fucked in the weave and you have access to a spell you shouldn't.
It's your inner Armax.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, or
Well, it ruins my research.
how does it ruin your research?
Now I gotta redraw the weave. It's gonna take like 3 hours.
You were doing this on a slide disc, weren't you?
Anyway.
Bran, go for the Frostfire. It's awesome.
It's so expensive.
Yeah, but you're gonna be so cool.
Right.
We don't know the limits of it.
Alright,
Has
you guys
that
talk.
has that ever stopped us?
Okay, yeah, you can go back to.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Ellen
talk
and
about
Ayasha.
that.
Well, yeah, we'll.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, us?
Because they're going to talk.
Probably, like, people working. Is there a barrier between the people working and the field, or are they just within the field?
No, basically think of it like a vineyard. People are just there, like, working, picking, powering.
Does anyone, I assume many of them, but does anyone close to me look particularly exhausted or drained or just done with shit?
I mean, a lot of them look worked, but there's a cot area that's, like, has people, like, sleeping. Like, legit, you just see somebody walk over, turn 180, and then just conk out.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that area.
Alright. Well, you go to the resting area, and well, you can see a bunch of people that are just, sleeping, drinking, eating. There's a couple that are, like, trying to read, but just, like, can't.
So they're like just a resting area, like a general like
Yes.
bedrolls and okay.
No, it's cost. They're raised up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not savages.
Of course. Let's see if I have a spell that could possibly work. I think yeah, I don't have Lesser Restoration. I think that's a druid thing.
You wouldn't get.
I
flagged
have
until
lesser
next-
restoration if you need it.
Yeah, like do these people look actually exhausted, like mechanically?
Yes. they look like they've been working for far too long at far too high of a level.
Elle, I think you have a better touch for this sort of thing.
Would I know that, lesser restoration only does, I can fix blindness, deafness, paralyzed, or poisoned. Greater restoration gets rid of exhaustion.
Oh darn.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I have something for camping that's really cool. I just can't find which one it was. I'm so bad.
I mean, I could create good berries and give them good berries. That's about it.
You see a couple of them eating good berries. Like there are druids here, though a lot more formal than you're used to. But you see.
Oh, okay. I have something.
Group.
I have alert vigil.
Okay.
Which it says that you can basically be up all night and not get exhaustion. So could I somehow use that? The creature will not suffer any exhaustion due to missed sleep.
Oh, to missed sleep.
That's what it says.
Well, no. It's not that they're losing sleep. It's just it's like forced march.
Oh,
they are working so hard that it gives them exhaustion.
It won't do anything, but it'll just make them feel a bit better. I'll cast Bless on some of them. Or Heroism, which one's more useful? I'll do Bless, because I don't know if they're doing saving throws or whatever when they're doing their magic shit.
It's good use for other things, and
I'll do Bless.
You offer a blessing in the midst of the vineyard, and though you haven't felt it before, there's now a slow-moving, just soft breeze that everyone seems to just pick up on, and those of you who you bless, just sort of take a deep breath and go about with a little more vigor.
So I bless 4 people because that's my limit, unfortunately.
And you know what? They're appreciative. They may be still having to work, but you do see a couple of them just give a quick nod. It's not nothing.
Indeed. It's just gonna go lay in the field, not in the way. And just kind of bask in the fake sun.
Alright. Eleanor, did you want to try and do anything?
Can I go to one of the plants and just start talking to it?
Alright, are you going to use the spell?
Yes.
Okay, cast that spell for me, please. Fuck, regret. Alright. Do you just pick one at random, or are you looking for a specific one?
I'm pretty much, since it says plants within 30 feet of me, I'm gonna go to the biggest concentration of plants and cast it, so I could talk to the most amount and diverse plants, if possible.
I mean, you can go into the center of the vineyard, and yeah, you'll get a couple dozen.
Center of the vineyard, then.
Alright. So, using your ancient but fairly new knowledge, now that I look at the spell level, you begin to attune yourself to the natures around you. As you do so, you begin to hear voices, but where you've heard, dandelions sing, and you've heard roses talk of philosophy, around here you hear just humming, like a Gregorian chant humming all around you.
Hello?
A couple of ones near you seem to change pitch and just go a little bit lower.
Can you not use words?
the ones closest to you get a little bit higher pitched.
I tried to ask them what the hell is going on here.
You hear them get into a rhythm. One side goes kind of deep, the other side goes a little bit soft, and then they just start switching. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Very reminiscent of what the player would know as like a chain gang rhythm.
How well are you all thriving? I'm assuming not that well.
They return to a normal pitch, though a little soft, or a little low.
So I pretty much just keep trying to talk to them for the whole 10 minutes, seeing if I could get anything out of them at all.
Unfortunately, they do not utter a word, but they do what they can to respond. You can definitely detect that there is an intelligence to them, but it's incredibly limited, even for the sake of your spell.
Well, before the spell ends, I'll try to touch as many as I can and try to druid craft on them to see if I can help them before the spell fades off.
Make a wisdom check. Alright. Walking around, you can see that the effects of the soil are continuous. And you can see individuals who see the plants getting to half-lost soil, and they make their way to get fresh new ones and supplant them in. You can tell that they're being tended to with care. But you can also see the strain that they're under. And as the spell continues, you do get an impression of something. You do get that the plants are working as hard as they can as well. Almost as if they realize what's going on, too. Sort of a valiant sacrifice in a way. And you do offer some care to a few of them. Using your druidcraft, you can reset the soil for a couple. You're able to create a little bit of morning dew on some of the ones that are near the end of their harvesting cycle. It isn't much, but those plants that you do interact with do seem to be a little chipper. They seem to have more discord in their rhythm, but in a good way.
Okay, and since I noticed they're getting better, I try to druidcraft everything.
Yep.
And since it's a cantrip, I can use it as much as I want. So I just start druidcrafting like crazy.
Alright. The vineyard is hundreds of feet long in many directions.
I get to as many as I can. I don't expect to get the entire vineyard. I try to look for the worst ones first.
Oof. Make an investigation check. Because, you are searching. You do find the worst of the worst, but there's just so many in such poor conditions closer to where you are, you really can't get deeper in. But you do find that the degradation is sporadic. So it's not like you're abandoning anyone. It's just...
Okay.
Is it everybody's doing the best they can?
I'll head back to my companion and say, I did as much as I could, but the plants are working just as hard as these people, if not harder. It makes me sad.
So they do have a consciousness.
They just can't talk.
Yes.
They hum a lot.
That sounds beautiful. I wish I could hear it. Should we find the others, or just wait till we hear an explosion and follow that?
We should probably find the others. And I'll let the leader know what I know about the plants.
Sounds good.
Tura is interested in what you say. It doesn't really it doesn't shock her, but you can see the gears start going in her head a little bit, and she does thank you for the help that you did offer, like truly and honestly. Like, it's terrible times we live in. Go with the grace of the morning sun. Walking back, you do. The portal is there and it's still open, but it does have the punch card slot if you wanted to use that. Nope, you don't have a card, so no, you have to go through. So yeah, you're back at reception.
Is it the same person, or are we in a different section?
It's the same one that you entered in.
Could you get the door open to where our friends where they are now, in case they moved?
Fusion, yeah, got it.
Thank you.
He grabs the bar and just pulls it over like 4 door lengths. There you go.
Thanks, bye. I wave.
If you see a head explode, please tell me. I got money riding on it.
Will do.
And the two of you walk into... And Bran, I presume you're still laying there. Or are you and Armax switching in and out just to see the pretty colors?
We're both just sitting on the table at once, staring into the void.
It would probably walk in on me looking at Armax saying something like, but like, could I cast it on the sun?
Okay, enough of that. What are you doing?
Well, he thinks he can cast Frostfire on the sun, and I was saying it would probably hit the atmosphere and freeze that first.
And see, I don't know if it really works like that. Do you have to have a specific high-density target in order for it to take effect?
Hey,
I don't know.
You're different. You can see Fizz just walk past you guys up to Ayaja. You got natural magic, and you got other magic. Please use my machine.
You know, I would, but this talk about, freezing
Ayaja, it's gonna be really
and,
Well, if you do
we
it instead
slowly
of them,
start
they wouldn't be able to do
waltzing
it, so...
her over.
Come, please.
Okay, alright, just don't give him the spell that freezes the sun, please.
Don't worry, it wouldn't have the range, it's too weak.
Okay, thank God, I'll get on.
But what if we open a gate to the sun?
Oh.
That's a different department.
Alright, I'm gonna get a notepad.
Okay, so what were my First Strike, Frostfire, Blood Bridge? Was there one more?
Weapon shift.
I have weapon. I can read that one to you.
Oh, yeah. If you say it out loud, you can tell them.
Yeah, you change one handheld weapon, non-magical weapon, into an entirely different one. So you can change it to another weapon, and basically you change from piercing, slashing, bludgeoning, that kind of thing. So like we're against oozes and we don't want to slash them, kind of thing.
It's like, it turns any non-magical weapon into every other non-magical weapon.
Yeah.
It would even function on your ball and scythe.
What about, don't you have 2 magical weapons now?
Me? I have
you
one.
all do, except for Armax.
He is the magical weapon.
I am the magic weapon. Damn it!
What I said!
Alright. So, just stare into the dot, and if you see the face of God, please tell them I'm sorry.
No, that's something you should do yourself.
Shit.
Oh, and if you taste copper and your tongue feels weird, just don't lick it.
Alright. Let's go. Alright. And he begins running the machine again, and all 3 of you can see the lightning now, which...
Wait, I have to take something off first. Who should I... Bran, hold my ass back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
Oh. Huh, power fluctuation. Isn't that before?
Your machine would have said she doesn't exist.
404.
Oh, that's cute. You think the weave gets a rat's ass about what's in this dimension.
Just being thoughtful.
Okay.
And the 3 of you, who are not on the chair, can see the lightning again crack, although it's different. It now has these sort of red wisps of fire as opposed to actual cracks of lightning. But it's not like fire being breathed out. It looks more like leaves blowing in the wind, but they're just made of fire. It's oddly tranquil in a weird sense. And while that's going on, Fizz puts his slide back into the machine, gives it a couple seconds, and then you'll hear a tick. Ah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Not you, just in general.
Oh, is your head gonna explode?
Hang on. Grabs the tab and slides it out. Oh, you have a knot. Why? Why? I've been running this machine for 3 weeks.
Wait, you have a
Two
knot?
of you assholes. Two.
Where would that mean that the party is naughty?
No, Aramax? No.
Oh, do not push puns in my I can set this thing to vaporize. Do not tempt me.
He
I
just
would like
points
to-
up. There's a sign that says "No puns around the sensitive equipment."
I would like to stealthily fist bump Ermax.
All right.
It's just giving a thumbs
I
up.
fist bump back.
What is this not business?
Oh, okay. Actually, you'd know about it a lot more than anyone else. The weave, you know, the arcane everything. It's how you two pick like ritual that how you ask your god and how you ask the trees or something. I know how druids work. It's not my department. But the weave has got things that are hidden from you two. Things you can't normally find. Old spells lost to time. New spells that are just on the verge of just bursting out. A knot is when the weave gets tangled and you have access to a spell you shouldn't. You have one.
I'm sorry? I mean, if you want me to get up, I can.
No. I still need this for my research. It's just... Oh, my paper is completely concocted now.
Oh, can I try?
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want more people to do this. Here's the thing. You, fire starter.
That's, actually quite rude and derogatory. Well, yes?
I mean that because you are literally lighting the top of my tower on fire.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's not kidding. I mean, you got the really pretty one, while Aromax and I just kind of got like lame lightning polka dot thing.
Well, my lighting was cooler than yours.
That's true. I've got the least lighting right now. Like mine was all checkered, and hers is like pretty fall things, and yours was like super cool lightning strikes. Like
Okay. Here's the dilly dally. You also got 4 spells. The weave is in patterns today. You got something that'll make your fists into stone. Something that'll change earth into steel? Or something akin to it. Oh, weapon. I see the word weapon. It makes a weapon. You have... Okay, the name of this thing is awesome. I am so spray painting this on my scondola. Scent of Vengeance.
why?
Are you sure you're not a goblin punk band?
I mean,
I love that album. It's also a great perfume.
And the knot.
the knot is just called the knot.
No, it's called Fire Aura. If I was to hazard a guess, somebody in your family
Involves
fucked a fire elemental at some point?
Oh, well, those all sound lovely except for the vengeance one. I'm not allowed to do that, so, just scratch that one out.
Oh,
Oh,
like,
it's stored on the tablet. It's
like the knot is a result of her inherent heritage?
maybe, I don't know how the fucking knots work. I've seen 4 of them. 2 of them today. No es bueno.
Eleanor, how many knots do you think you're gonna have?
I'm not gonna keep my hopes up, and I just lay on the thing when it's empty.
Yeah, I just kind of roll off.
If you get a knot, I'm quarantining this entire dimension and giving it to the headmaster. There's some shit going on. But yeah, as you switch out, the fired lightning begins to fade, and It goes back to a normal lightning effect, although this time it's very directed. It's coming from the top and just coming straight down in these sort of like columns of lightning.
Like how lightning's supposed to look?
Yes. Like where it used to look like a Tesla, the Tesla tower, it now looks like lightning being called down onto the machine. Oh, thank the makers or whoever made the makers. No knots.
Aw, I mean, that's good.
Let's see. Oh, you got one of the spells I got. Enrique's Quills.
Do what?
Hold on. You could, and he sort of like finds his head in front of you, and then just snaps it real quick, and there are these 3 steel feathers in his hand. He seems like a son of a bitch. Not deadly by any stretch, but 2, 3, 5 minutes of this, yeah, it'll hurt like hell. All right, and just like throws him into the wall, and you can see them in bed, like right next to Armax.
It's not a pen.
Let's see.
You missed.
Yeah. All right.
That's pretty cool.
You got something for swimming. Fucking hell. Is that a tree? Where's the... I hate druidic magic.
You're a swimming tree?
That would be dope.
Oh. Preservation. Something
That would be very useful,
something
right?
to keep dead things not rotting.
Elle, you have to take this. You know what it could mean.
You could keep Brandon's computer alive longer?
Hey. Yeah.
And the big one, one of the few 3rd level spells your weird group gets. Sunbolt. Reading from it, it's woefully generic. You are literally hurling bolts of the sun at something.
I don't think it would actually be the sun, because then it would probably harm more than just the person and the whole area. Never mind.
This sounds amazing. And she watches as all the lightning is around her. This is great.
You are unable to see it because of the machines in the way.
Oh, well, dang it. I'm gonna
It looks
imagine
amazing,
it then.
Elle.
It's really, really cool. I want to poke it.
It looks painful.
Alright, this is some really fucking good data. But yeah, if you guys want to purchase any of this shit, go right ahead.
Have you ever jumped on it?
Part of me feels like I shouldn't infuse myself in public.
I mean, we're all friends here, right?
Yeah, and you're not getting naked or anything.
Yeah, and I can operate the machinery. It's just pushing a few switches.
No, Bran or Elle can operate the machine.
Enrique's Quills, something for swimming, preservation, specifically something to keep from rotting, and then Sunbolt. You just gotta pay for them. Or not.
We paid you in research? It was worth a shot.
I am not collecting the gold if that helps. I'm literally just going down to the cage and just buying some resources. Like, I'm basically doing this for nothing.
That's dark.
Why is that dark?
How's that dark?
You said cages, right?
No, the cage.
Oh, I thought you said cages. I'm like, what?
No. It's where most of us requisition stuff. Resources, testing equipment, creatures, enchanted objects, potions, the lot.
Children.
No, there are rules against that.
Ugly children.
Nope, still rules.
Dangerously ugly children. So does any of those spells sound pretty badass to anybody?
Well, I mean, how much are these going to cost?
600 for a 1st level or a cantrip, and then 8,000 for anything higher.
Oh, jeez.
It requires a lot to force a spell into you. But if it helps, it's permanent. Presuming you don't have your head explode.
Now, could those knots get inside of a person? Like,
No. The knots are in the weave. You're good.
so it doesn't translate to how... Okay.
No. It just means that something got tangled.
So what happens if, for whatever reason, something interacts with you and you end up getting more than one knot?
I'm dealing with the fact that I found two of you fuckers. Don't throw shit like this at me. This is some. You have literally fueled my research for years with this shit.
You can't give us a little discount?
Again,
I mean, somebody's got to pay for the material.
I mean,
yeah, I'm buying the materials wholesale. If you can bring me this stuff, fuck yeah, I'll do it.
Well, what about that? What about that wand of stuff?
We risked our not life, but our sanity for that thing. So
also, focusing diamond is about as large as the one you lost at the Alabaster Ruins, and an emerald the size of a baby. Yeah. The rod is like a stack of poker chips.
Plus, why would we want to exchange the rod, which has 4 spells plus resistance for 1 spell?
It's very good, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the cage.
Well, if we can get a good deal for it,
We might need it, so we should hold on to it. Can we trade magical items for credit?
Yeah, the cage.
Yeah, but
there's always somebody making something that they sell to the cage, or there's always something somebody wants to get from the cage. Like,
we should rob the cage.
No.
Good luck. No. Somebody tried that as their senior prank. It didn't end well.
Was it funny?
It was funny until the doorway into the cage malfunctioned. And we picked up pieces of them in 19 different departments.
Wait a minute. He's the one in the in all the Goofus pictures, isn't he?
No,
and I point
we
at the
removed him
Goofus
from
picture.
all the photos. We had to. Lawsuits. Yeah, we're all high-strength wizards, but none of us fuck with legal.
So.
But yeah, I'm going to go to the cage anyway to get the materials to do this.
Then you can come with us, friend.
Let us go.
No. If I leave this dimension will shut down.
I mean,
It means it'll take me hours to get it back up again.
Can you get into the weave for anything? Like objects too, besides people? Not infusing, but just to look.
Theoretically, everything's connected to the weave. You could rig it to find something.
Right, just a moment. We're gonna do a group huddle. Aromax.
Yes?
That amulet you have, it has somebody in it, right?
Yeah, it has a guy's soul in it.
Cool. So would that be connected to the weave?
Let's try it! Hey, I've got a guy's soul in this thing. Can you pull him? Can
Probably
you
not
part
the
with him?
best way to phrase that.
Okay. No, we don't deal in sentient objects. There's rules against that as well.
Well, he's got a brain in there, right?
Oh, that's much worse. That's like that's necro.
Well, no, like, is there any way to, I don't know, track him with the weave?
Okay, again, what you're saying is theoretically possible. It's not my fucking department. It's a whole new one.
Well, look, I've got a couple of things in here. What would make it your department? Just kind of prop it up there. Just kind of do a little poking with the thing.
6 lab assistants and tenure. That will do it.
I can do that after you.
2 copy
out with it.
Look, I literally don't have anything to do this, and I'd have to requisition new supplies to do it.
It was just an idea. Calm down.
All right, so just write down the department head on here, along with that one that'll get us to the sun.
We have our own new department now.
Along with one that'll get us to the sun. We kid.
Y'all are fun, but y'all freak me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can send you to the cage. It's not that hard.
Fantastic.
I just can't leave because we're draining so much power from all the empty departments that this would shut down.
Gotcha.
It's not a problem, it's just a pain in the ass. Plus I sleep here.
It's probably not legal.
Oh, it's perfectly legal.
Do you know anybody that I might be able to ask about that Frostfire spell? See if they can be any more specific with it?
Ooh, you'd probably have to ask an invoker. Yeah, those crazy bastards probably got something on it. Sounds like one of their spells. Them or Telly, because they're the ones who do the dimension hopping. Or oh, there's one more. There's one more that might. I only know them as the Tree Huggers. You ask the front desk; they'll send you there. It's the Druidic High Society sorority bullshit.
Okay.
This sounds like one of their department stuff.
Okay. And Frostfire, as well as Bloodbridge, were a couple of those spells that were a little unusual for me. Is that right? I think so.
No, Bloodbridge is fine. I mean, it's odd that you have a clerical spell, but it seems to be in there. It seems to be. It's like you're supposed to get it.
Okay.
The knot is the one that's weird.
And Frostfire is one of the spells accessed through the knot.
Is the only one in the. Oh, sweet heavens! There's probably more. I'm gonna be up all night.
Oh.
Oh, who am I kidding? I've never seen this. I haven't seen the sun in months.
We're going to be talking again, you and I.
All right. I literally ain't going nowhere.
Cool.
Hang on, I'll get the doorway up.
While you're in this, department, do you have any way to, put more magic in a person to allow them to cast more spells?
Ooh. Me? No. I find information. I do not deal in that. That's something you'd have to... There's no department for that.
If you could write that one down as well.
Is no department for that.
Armax, do you want to start a department?
Are we already starting another one, so we have two?
Yeah, we could have the department. We could have a department of general.
Alright, this is sounding like a heap and helping of not my fucking problem. And he pulls out his card and slides it into the slot, and the doorway lights up again. This is your stop, and he just begins pushing you all out.
We'll be
Nice
back.
meeting you.
Thank you so much for your help. Well,
He was nice too.
Alright. So, you all are now in a perfectly square room. Each wall is made out of a dark, slightly purplish stone, well cut and corrugated. You see a single light source, which is a short chandelier that's lighted above you, and in front of you, you can see a half wall with a chain gate on it. Behind the chain gate, you can see a half-elf who is currently flipping through a book. Behind him, you can see shelves littered with miscellaneous crap of every sign and description. It looks like how your bag of holding might look if it was outside as opposed to inside. So what do you want to do?
I attempt to walk up.
Alright, you walk up and, he tilts his eyes at you, but he seems to be waiting.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this the cage?
No, yes, it's the cage. I presume you were supposed to be here?
Focusing diamond?
Wait, say again?
Focusing diamond?
Oh. Resources. Yeah. What make, what model, what caliber?
Whatever one is gonna be worth 600 gold.
What
It's
department sent you?
That busy guy.
Okay, which one? The human, the gnome,
The one with
or...
the beds with the exploding heads.
Yeah, the one that's been killing people with his exploder, right?
infusion. Yeah, I got some of those.
Does it work?
I mean, a few people have used them. And we joke about the exploding heads thing, because we weren't crazy enough to do that without having some death wards up. I mean, it was pretty weird, but, you know, we're not idiots. But yeah, those who have used them, they get new spells. But seeing how most of us are wizards, that's not exactly a big feat. You know, it's a little bit our shtick. But yeah, if you're looking for one of his resources, we got them. In bulk.
Well, we
Somewhere.
definitely want the diamond.
Alright. Alright, how
We're
many?
Asia, did he mention anything that you think you want?
The aura of fire, possibly. The fist into stones, I don't punch anyone, that's kind of mean, and change earth to steel sounds interesting, but not really up my alley, so just the fire aura.
I want the dragon knowledge.
Okay, so, Elenil? Say anything interesting? El?
The quills are the only thing that really interested me.
Oh, okay. And then I reach into the bag of holding and give her a ring.
Oh, yeah, you still have that.
Yep.
The ring of Enrique's quills.
Here, just put that on, attune to it, and you got your spell.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I need to send you the spell now. It's an imbuement ring. It essentially gives you the spell that's in it, and it's your spell. And since it's a cantrip, it means it'll also level with you.
Heck yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
Can we sell things in this part of the cage, or,
I mean, we'll always disassemble something.
Oh, okay, good. I just have one thing. And I'm gonna take out the eagle bear earmuffs. These block out sound completely.
Sounds like it'd be really good for sleeping.
Yeah, you guys should do that more here.
Don't got the time.
I have a spell scroll of jump and a spell scroll of spike growth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll always take them. Let's see.
Yeah,
money.
So we need 2 of those diamonds, and if we can work our way up to it, a baby-sized sapphire.
That was an emerald. I'm so confused.
It's an emerald.
Emerald?
I know what you need. Currently, for the gems, you're looking at 16,000 plus. Let's say 17,000. That'll get you the diamond and the 2 emeralds.
Is there any way?
17,000?
Yeah, each of those emeralds are 8k.
Yeah.
So the diamond can be reused, though.
600 plus
no, it's
600 is
immediately destroyed.
1,200. So it should be 9,200.
One of you said you want another second. This is
Oh,
why
we
you hate
did?
that guy.
Well, here's. Oh, come on. We can at least work out some kind of discount here. I mean, we're gonna go attempt to kill the thing that's hammering the port. There's got to be some kind of discount or something like that.
Good fucking luck.
I imagine we get a discount after we actually succeed.
Yeah, but you can get a temporary loan.
Oh, maybe we should do surgeries after we're... I mean, what if it has adverse effects we don't know, and how long has this machine been going? I mean, have these people had it for years?
Technically, we've had it for years, but since you're not akin to the dimension hopping, it's been active for 5-6 months. Had at least 15 people go through it.
And
The
has
15 people who've come to me for stuff.
okay, I just think maybe we should, go to the fort first and then come back in case we have a reaction to the surgery. I mean, we made knots, some of us, so we don't know if something would happen.
Right, but Arumax does not have a knot, and one of the spells that he could get sounds terribly useful.
I can get dragon knowledge. I can tap into the dragon Wi-Fi network.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in right here. It gives you advantage on skill checks that are int based.
I need that.
Ha! Do you even have a high intelligence?
Nope.
No. I mean, it's like 12 or something. So it's like 1.
More than I have.
Yeah. It does cost you a platinum each time.
Yeah. But it's awesome.
Well, you have wild magic anyway, so you might be better suited for it.
Well, dang. I was kind of thinking that spell was basically like the mental version of my plot armor spell.
No, it's a first level spell, dude.
Is it like a Hans ability, basically?
It's a Hans ability for int based skills.
There's an int one, isn't there?
History,
Now that would help
arcana,
Yeah.
religion.
Dang.
Like, it covers a lot, but it's a nerd spell.
Yeah, but we do nerdy stuff.
Not you.
Nerd.
Surprisingly more often than I should. I mean, it's up to you guys, because we kind of need to stock up on potions and explosives.
We got those.
Oh.
Did you really keeping those next to each other?
Well, one's green and one's explosive.
Look, whenever somebody makes something, they don't want to keep it, they hawk it off here. Typically, they hawk it off for something else they can go do to make something else.
Oh god, let's go to the loot bin.
Okay, yeah. If we destroy the fortress and manage to get a ton of money out of that somehow, then we can come back and I'll get the Frostfire spell definitely for sure, 100%.
By the way, man, you want to place a bet on whether we live or die?
What?
All right.
How are we supposed to pay
He
if
slides in front of you a ledger.
There's already bets being made on us?
There's bets against us already? Because if there are, I'll take that bet.
If you want to know about it, just ask.
Ooh.
Oh, what are the odds on us?
I don't give a rat's ass what the odds are against you. I mean, we've already sent 4 teams.
Yeah, but none of them consisted of us.
What's a protection stone?
Oh, hang on, let me go get it.
I read the first one as Harvard's hooch at first, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
Alright, hold on. And he brings out this necklace with a green gemstone in it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this was made by our rookie. Let's see. Once per day, the first time you receive damage, you gain resistance to that damage until the start of your next turn.
What are shoes of the party, Lord?
Of the party lord?
That sounds wonderful.
You gotta know.
Oh, one sec.
You put them on and show us.
Okay, what was the name again?
Okay,
Shoes
Ring
of
the party. The party shoes. Also, Ring of Infertility. That's just a condom.
No.
It's a really good
We
condom.
have a lot of those fucking things if you want them. Okay, what did you want? Shoes of the party lord.
Yeah, shooters of the party thing.
and pulls out a set of slippers that are a fine green with silver and blue silk and emeralds in the heels. And also, as he moves them, they jingle. Let's
Put 'em
see.
on.
While wearing requires attunement.
You can wait.
What did they do?
While wearing these shoes, you add double your proficiency to dexterity, to acrobatics checks, to dance, tumble, and opportunity attacks made against you are at disadvantage. You literally jump around the battlefield.
Aw, I thought they do something else.
Okay, I actually am. Okay, that was kind of a whatever, but I actually am legitimately curious. What is the Cane of Youth?
One sec. Goes out and pulls out a cane that's rotted and old, like a shillelagh. Let's see. While attuned to this cane, you suffer no frailty of old age, and you cannot be aged magically. You will die of old age.
Okay, that might be something that Zach just wants.
Well, we got 6 of them, so, you know.
You should cheer up. You're not very, welcoming.
I'm just really tired. Since every
I could-
department needs me, I gotta be here. And we're all running skeleton crews. I mean, I'm running off of Calamesh coffee here.
That's probably not healthy. You should stop doing that.
Oh, of course, but if I leave here, it then gets, devoured.
I'll try to lay on hands him. I know it's not going to do anything, but I'll spend 5 points.
It just hits the cage. It's like...
There's a cage. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why it's called the cage. I
That's
thought
why it's
we were
called it,
in a
'cause it has a
giant
cage.
cage.
It's like one of those. It's like when you see like a prison and they've got like
Yeah.
an area where you can have
Yes.
Little
Exactly.
slot.
Magnetic gauntlets and the chrysalis concoction.
Alright, one sec. Okay, this one's close. Magnetic gauntlets. When attuned to these, the user can magnetize one item. When the item is within 30 feet, they can instantly spring that item into their hand, so long as they have clear sight of both the glove and the item. And you can do it without thinking about it. Free action.
Is it any item? Does it have to be metal?
One object. It does, however, have to fit in the hand. So no, you can't summon darts.
I'd summon a horse first.
Typically, you'd use this if you have a weapon that you want to throw and bring back.
Oh.
Or
Brand,
if you
do
want
you
to
wanna
screw
throw your
somebody over
blades?
at a game of catch. Alright, what was the other one?
The chrysalis concoction.
Alright, okay. This one's a bastard.
Turns you into
Alright.
a kid show villain.
Let's see. He pulls out a carbonated refreshment that the bottle has essences of vanilla, cherries, and mint upon it. It also comes in a diet version. Let's see. Alright. Oh, of course it's discount. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's see. For 10 minutes, a crystalline shell covers your body, including everything you are wearing and carrying. The shell does not increase your weight, nor does it root you to any surface. While you are in the chrysalis, you're incapacitated but aware of your surroundings. You're immune to all damage and effects from both magical and non-magical sources, and immune to additional conditions. Any conditions you are suffering prior to drinking it do not affect you while you're in the chrysalis. Moreover, you do not make death saving throws while within the chrysalis. After 10 minutes, the shell disintegrates, and any conditions you were affected beforehand re-trigger, including needing to make death saving throws.
That sounds amazingly useful.
Yep, somebody's down, you don't want to pick them up, use this. It's also good for getting some sleep in.
That's only 300.
You
I'm
got
broke.
2 of them.
We currently have 8,000 to play with.
Alright, anything else?
So let's do one of those chrysalis of concoction. What is the ring of infertility? Now I'm just curious.
Alright. One of the most commonly made items in this fucking place. This ring is used as solely sought after, wealthy enough, requires no elaborate runes or enchantment or gemstones. It is a simple gold ring band. The nature of the effects of this are either beneficial. Okay, sorry. While wearing this ring, any person of either sex is incapable of conceiving a child.
Huh. Arimax was right.
Is this something that happens a lot?
I mean, they're in a
There's
confined space. I would think so. A
Too
bunch
many
of young
people use the testing grounds for their own needs.
Lots of teenagers, yeah.
It's the damn illusionists.
Okay, outside of roleplay, is like getting pregnant like a really big issue in D&D?
I'm gonna level with you. I avoid that just because I don't want to force that on players. Like, if you wanted to get married and have kids, I'll look into it. Currently, I can guarantee you rape will never be a constant threat in anything.
Sorry, I'm just picturing like a D&D campaign where it's just like, sorry about that, your paladin's gonna have to stop for about 9 months.
I just have to be the paladin.
Oh,
I don't know. I just
no,
picture
you're
random
referencing
things.
the Book of Erotic Fantasy.
It's an erotic paladin.
Yeah, and the example character was a paladin.
What's the potion of insight do?
Alright.
Advantage
Oh,
on
we got a
insight.
lot of those bastards. Let's see.
Is it just advantage on insight?
Upon drinking this potion, your wisdom score is set to 18 for an hour. Has no effect if your wisdom is already higher.
I'll take 20.
Oh, we got 5.
Are you paying?
I will find a way. Give me that ring of infertility.
What? Are you paying for it?
No, I don't have like any fucking money right now, but that would be something I would like to get in the future.
Why?
Because I can't make wisdom saves.
What does that have to...
What?
Oh.
The ring for?
Oh no, the ring was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm going to get pregnant.
I mean, that's what I was trying to figure
Just make a
out.
love novel.
What, you didn't know Armax was a woman this whole time?
You couldn't tell, honestly, 'cause since you're a bird and birds don't have... Never mind.
Oh no, it's becoming the last campaign again.
Okay. So we potions of insight are only 50, so it's only 250 for that. We can do that. 250 for all 5 of those.
I mean, might as well ask. We also buy anything you have as well. Someone always needs something to practice disenchanting.
Let's see. Do we have anything? Do I have anything that I can like get rid of?
That's bye.
Good night.
Yeah, because I figured we'd want to try and get this as much of this done as we can now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's cataloging.
Yeah, I'm just glad you guys got to the spells first. Because that was like the big roleplay one.
Oh yeah, no, the spell. Yeah, no, that was awesome. Fuck me, I lost a tiny thing.
If, like, you guys have the list. If you want to know about anything, you know, there you...
Ring of Salvation.
Ooh. Oh, that's actually a really good one. Let's see. Requires attunement, but upon failing a saving throw with this ring, you can choose to succeed instead.
It's a legendary saving throw?
It can only be used once every 24 hours, and there's a chance it can break.
Oh, that sounds really tempting.
That sounds actually really good. What's the clay bowl?
Oh, my roommate actually made this one. Let's see.
That way you don't sleep?
Pulls out a chipped bowl that is made out of fire-blackened clay with marks of unintelligible runes on it. If you
That's
fill
nice.
this with bones overnight, the bones will vanish and give you between 1 and 3 gold pieces. If you watch it, it'll do nothing and the bowl will crack.
So, if we kill something and put its bones in there, we'll get money.
Or you could just get a bird.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they gotta fit in the bowl.
They gotta fit in the bowl?
Yes.
So, like, if we kill a squirrel,
Yep.
put the squirrel in there.
Only the bones.
And then, okay, so we put the bones of a squirrel in there, and then we put something over the bowl so we can't see it. We get money?
Yep.
More than we would be paid for the parts from a, who would use bones?
Well, I mean, I imagine we would, like, make, like, a squirrel stew.
Yeah, like if we eat chicken or a turkey, we can just put the scraps in there.
Yep.
Yeah, we, like, find a very small dead person.
What?
No.
I mean,
Like a
you could
halfling?
fit knuckle bones in there, but that's about it.
It only makes between 1 and 3 gold pieces. The entire thing is worth 400. Do you know how many nights we would have to do this in order for it to even break, like, that 400 gold mark?
I mean, we could trade it for a horse.
30.
We have a stag, but we have, actually, we have horses. Wait, are we feeding those?
They're in the inn.
They're in the inn eating.
Oh,
They're
they're in
with
the
your
inn
stag.
too.
The
There are
stag's
3 mounts in the inn.
let's see now.
It's meant to be an investment. The dude was also really low in cash.
What is the golden cutlery and the amulet of the exorcist?
Alright. Golden cutlery. Made by some bard a while ago. It's a set of 3 objects. A spoon, a fork, and a knife. Let's see. The spoon allows you to create or destroy water and detect poison and disease. About up to 3 times each morning. Let's see. The fork allows you to cast Goodberry up to 3 times.
Oh, Ellen will
No.
get mad if we do that.
No, you can create between 1 and 3 good berries per morning. Let's see. The knife can change from a dagger to short sword to a long sword to a great. It's just a really big knife.
We can already do all of those things
It's
ourselves.
also a +1 weapon.
What's the teapot of niceties?
We'll get to that.
It's a nice teapot.
Let's see.
It just reminds me of that illusion we saw.
If you possess all of the objects, you gain proficiency in cooking and brewing, and you get advantage and double your proficiency bonus when brewing or cooking. Makes you a really damn good cook. Okay, what did you want?
You want the amulet.
Yeah, the amulet of exorcist. What is that?
Alright. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had to make this because Necro was being creepy again. Alright. It's a silverly necklace with a single rose in the center of it that seems to be glowing almost like the sun. Like, depicted as, not actually bright. See, as long as you're wearing this necklace, you are immune to all negative effects of the hollowing spell. In addition, all incorporeal creatures, wraiths, ghosts, similar non-material undead, have disadvantage to attack you. That ghost outbreak was funny for like 2 minutes.
Oh, ghosts are fun.
Then the shadows came.
Right, the teapot?
Hang on. Let me go get it. Which, by the way, I have all these things, like, literally right in front of me. I actually organized this.
What?
I spent an hour making, instead of, like, having these in books, making, like, little flashcards for them.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see, Teapot of Niceties. And when they bring out the teapot, you do recognize it's the same teapot.
Oh, I know that teapot.
Oh, yeah. It's one of a kind.
Yeah, the cave.
Let's see. Any water you put into it becomes under the effects of the remove poison and disease spells. Just mix clean water. But you need to provide the water.
Which item's your favorite?
It's the Razorvine armor, isn't it?
No, because I don't really care if I have to wear metal or not. That's one of the druidic things. Let's see. I really love the Calamesh coffee. It's the only reason I'm still alive.
What about the staff
Again,
of
you
walls?
should probably stop that.
Yeah, well, hey, somebody's got to work, and I don't mind being selfless. But if you really want something to look forward to, judging by the fact that you guys are geared to the 9 hells, I'd look at the Ruby Vial.
Go on.
Okay.
Simply put, it's an infinite potion.
What?
Refills once per day. Specifically, when you drink the potion inside this red crystal vial, you regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points. The vial magically refills itself each day at dawn. Alternatively, you can throw it using an action to a target within range, shattering it, creating a red mist. And all creatures within 30 feet of it regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
So it's the white vial from Skyrim.
Yes. It's an infinite potion. It's the weakest one you can get, but it means you always have one.
And there's stronger that exists somewhere.
That one's also pretty fucking expensive, if I remember.
Yeah, we don't have 8,000.
I want to come back to that can of youth, though.
No, they're not going anywhere. The only ones that are in use typically come down here eventually.
That's dark.
Well, yeah. It's mostly used by
What is-
humans.
What is the staff of walls?
Ooh, Staff of Walls. That's actually kind of a weird one.
That's like I would almost suggest we take a couple of contracts before going to the fortress just to get the staff walls. Like that thing is hard.
There are contracts.
How do you know what it
out
is?
there? We can't leave.
Brand, how do you know what it is?
Don't worry about it.
He heard a guy who
Mother...
I
Motherfucker.
was. There's a very popular Eric Hawking comic series that I showed him that involved a staff of walls.
I'm not asking Bran, I'm asking Will.
I think forget that I joined this campaign because I wanted to be a player again.
You found this PDF before? Because
Yeah.
this... Wow, shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've got my own file.
Yeah,
Fine.
alright. Well, then, yeah, it's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Requires attunement by a druid, sorcerer, or a wizard. So, everyone but Bran.
Or Ayashina, because she's
And
not any
while
of
you
those.
hold the staff, you have advantage against saving throws that would knock you prone or move you, whether or not they deal damage. The staff also contains 10 charges. As an action, you can spend one or more of its charges to cast the following spells: Wall of Fire, Wall of Force, Wall of Ice, Wall of Stone, Wall of Thorns, and Wind Wall. Regains 1d6 charges per dawn.
I like this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing sounds pretty good.
Like this would be like the one item that would be stupid helpful.
What was it? We were fucking talking about like wind wall and shit like that earlier.
We
Yeah,
were.
for crowd control. Which, by the way, all those spells, like, Elemental can cast.
What? Right now? No, she can't.
No,
What?
like next level. Well, no, 5th level. She'd be able to do all of them but Wall of Force.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But no, she should have Wall of Sand right now and Wind Wall. And yeah, she'd have Wall of Fire too. Stone, Thorns, and Ice I don't know about. Actually, no, she'd be able to cast them all, because I just realized the charges spent on them is their spell level. They're all 2s, 4s, and 3.
What? We have to be level to cast a 4th.
Yeah, and you guys only have 1.
What would we be able to cast?
It's from this? Wall of Fire, Wall of Force, Wall of Ice, Wall of Stone, Wall of Thorns, and Wind Wall.
Shoot, if she can cast most of those already, that's gonna be super helpful.
Alright, anything else you guys want to... I'll drop the act for now. Just anything else you want to look at?
Okay, let's see here.
Because, like, I don't even think you guys have looked at the cool stuff yet.
Is Harvester's Hooch one of the cool things?
Actually, yes, it is.
What does it do?
It's the Become Brand spell. Or Become the Brand potion.
So we become very monotone and cold?
The first time you take one of the following damage types, a magical reserve for the damage type forms around your body. Only one reserve can be formed, and the damage cannot be changed. And the elements are cold, fire, frost, lightning, necrotic, psychic, radiant, thunder. For the next 10 minutes, every time you take damage of the designated type, up to 1d6 of the damage is diverted to the reservoir instead of hitting you. You cannot use it to divert more than you can take. So,
like an advanced absorb elements, except you can't output it.
But wait.
There's more.
The reservoir can never hold more than 24 points of damage, even if the die roll would put it over its maximum. Regardless of the amount of damage stored in the reservoir, you can use an action to release the damage at any time.
So it is absorb elements, but
at
better.
At the end of the 10 minutes, the reservoir automatically releases its damage if you haven't done so already. Releasing the damage creates a 20-foot sphere centered around you. Any other creature around you, and it's around you, that doesn't involve you. Let's see, must make a dexterity 15 saving throw. Upon failure, they take the damage, and succeed, they take half. Once the damage is released, the potion wears off.
Yeah. Brand's badass, apparently.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
But we knew that.
Yeah, that's a pretty fucking good one.
That is... Shoot. Could deal so much freaking damage with that. What was that one?
That Harvester's Hooch is 10k.
Expensive.
And out of curiosity, because I've just now seen it, I've got to know, is Fatality and Ziggy's?
Oh, yeah. Ziggy's Miracle Milk. See, this one's actually kind of good.
Is that milk Luke was drinking?
Formerly sold as Jones Magic Milk, the creamy, non-dairy drink radiates with magical vitality. Streaks of vibrant energy illuminate in its heart, and when opened, it gives an arcane vibe that produces a pleasant hum you can dance to. Primary effect. You immediately gain additional temporary spell slots. You have 3 points to distribute among the spell slots of the following. 1 point for a first, 2 points for a second, 3 points for a third. It's spell slots in a bottle.
But yeah, who's Ziggy, though?
That was one of Bowser's children.
Nice. Basically, it's made by a guy named Jones, but he changed it in order to not be his magic milk.
So essentially it costs 20,000 gold just to temporarily have an additional spell slot?
Well, 3 first levels, or 2 second levels, or 1 third.
I can burn sorcery points on that.
Let's see, the slots are available for an hour.
What do the hands of the craftsman?
I'm just saying that's amazing on you two, Ayaja and Bran, because you guys don't have very many spell slots.
Yeah. I was. God, that's just.
Because remember, you cast all your spells at the highest spell level.
We just don't make that kind of money to spend 20,000 gold.
I know. It's almost like this area was really high level.
I know! How crazy is that? I'm sure we'll get to the point where we're making that kind of money, and it's good to have in mind, especially since even at my highest spell level, I will only have 3 spell slots.
Wow, that's really limited.
Yeah. Especially if you get some more infused spells in you. Alright.
Yeah, I have 5 plus my stuff from my divinity thing.
Hands of the Craftsman. Let's see, invented by hags with the cat's eye on each wrist. The hands of the craftsman exchange the lives of children. Every time one puts on the gloves, they experience the memory of a loved one they have lost. When you wear the hands of the craftsman, the time it takes to create non-magical objects is cut in half, and you need only pay a third of the material cost to do so.
But it wouldn't affect alchemy.
Unfortunately, no. Alchemy is magical. It's really good on a tinkerer or somebody who really cares about like ranged ammo.
So like Zakiti would like fucking love this thing.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you also want to just work, it's amazing because you only pay a third of its material cost. Most like most stuff you sell for 50%, so you're still making a profit.
Wait, so spells that we're infused with don't cost spell slots?
Say again? Like, I completely missed that.
Spells that you're infused with don't cost spell slots to cast?
No, they do, but it's more spells in you.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, when I'm at spell slots, I mean number of spells I can cast a day.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's still more spells.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even at my highest level, I can only cast 3 spells in a single day. So that miracle milk is tantalizing.
Yeah. Also, something that you have realized, these potions are all discounted. Which means they have side effects. And they're not all bad.
What are the side effects?
I'm telling you.
You gotta buy it to find out. Oh,
What if I drink 3 of them at once?
You
Will
gotta
something
drink
good happen
it.
then?
I mean, yeah. But yeah, you guys do have 3 potions that are like these.
yeah, boy.
All I've got is one of those lifesavers.
Okay, here's what I got so far for us.
Alright. Fuck, you're buying all of them. Let's see.
Yeah, we want to rob this place. We already talked about Ring of Salvation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's basically a legendary saving throw.
Yep.
That's
But it has a chance to break.
Yeah, it has a chance to break, but also choose to make a saving throw.
Is the
Like-
ambrosia the
No,
same
no,
as
you
the
don't
other
get to
place?
choose. It automatically procs.
Yeah, the ambrosia is the thing that was mentioned at Nader's place, right? Or no?
Yes, he did mention this one.
Okay, is it the same price as he was charging, or because I'm seeing some things that he was selling too? I'm just trying to figure out if he gives the better deal or these people do.
I think these one have a better deal because, markets change, so do prices. I think this one's cheaper.
Okay, that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, to you guys who don't remember, the ambrosia lasts for an hour, and when you take damage that will drop you to 0 hit points or less, you instead drop to 1. While under the effects of the protection, you are subject to an instant kill spell. Without dealing damage, the effect is instantly negated. The ambrosia has no effect if you're at 0 hit points.
Well, dang.
Now then, if the ambrosia would save you from death, as per the above, DC 17 strength save, or the potion wears off. So it'll keep your ass in the fight. You just have to be strong enough to keep it going.
The new
Potion.
barbarian has that.
Potions of vigor?
Right, I had that one written down. Yeah, temporary hit points, but they're like common potions. So 2d4 plus 2, 4d4 plus 4, 8d4 plus 8, 10d4 plus 20, and there's one of each.
Anything else you guys think you want to get?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff here.
Band of coils? What does that do?
I was about to ask about that one.
Alright, small jade ring cast in the form of a tentacle creature from the depths. It leaks blacky oil substance that stains your finger. Once per day, you can use a reaction when you are attacked by a creature within 5 feet of you to shoot a spray of ink from the ring, dealing 1d4 acid damage to the creature. They must succeed a dexterity 15 saving throw or be blinded until the start of their next turn.
So D&D pepper spray.
Yes, on a reaction. Like that's the goodness. Like that's the big thing. It's a reaction.
So I'm just picturing like a goblin or something like tries to grab Armax and he's just like, "That's my purse." Psst. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wand of Entertainment.
Let's see.
I
Lapis
imagine-
Lazuli tipped conductor's baton. Wand of entertainment is something. This one is recharges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one charge that calls forth an inspiring orchestral music. Any ally within 60 feet of you that can hear has advantage on Wisdom and Charisma ability checks and saving throws until the start of your next turn.
Holy crap! That's actually pretty good. We're gonna add that.
Yeah, it's basically like bardic counter charm, but not shitty.
Was it 300?
I believe so. Like, that one was fucking dirt cheap. Like, as much as there's expensive shit here, you guys also made off like fucking bandits with some of this shit.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
God, like that could be pretty entertaining right there.
I mean, shoot, Aromax, you could wield that and then cast it in order to help everybody make saving throws and stuff. Does
That
it
would
only
be-
last a single turn, or
Yeah, I think it said lasted one turn till the person's next turn.
Until the start of your next turn.
next turn?
Now, is that cast as like an action?
It is an action.
But if we're gonna go up against that that bard-like person, that one actually be restraint wristlet, just for funsies.
It's a set of puffy pink handcuffs.
Let's see. While wearing this wristlet, all damage that you take is reduced by 1. All damage.
That's actually pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
I mean, it's not much, but all damage reduced by 1 is not something you can sneeze at.
Wait, like all damage? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where it's coming from?
Exactly. So long as you're taking damage.
Shoot!
Now, hold on, because yours is specific. It has to have the phrase damage, not trading health. So I think your blood rights are still good.
All of my abilities specify damage.
But you guys do have a couple spells that are like trade hit points.
Right.
So
Wouldn't work for
like
that.
yeah, so like basically like if I get 1d4 force damage versus, you know, they swapped our hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your Crimson Rite is activated, you suffer damage.
Yep, that's good.
Oh ho ho.
That all right, put that one on the list.
Yeah, that could save me.
Well, that's like just 60 gold.
I mean, we can get that now.
Yeah, like I said, there's some shit here that you can make off with.
Like you know what? Fuck it, just buy that one.
I mean, also, if you guys really fucking hate that rod, it's a very rare item.
I don't know how we hate that rod. Like, how is that rod not going to be useful?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
very
what?
useful.
What else can it do? It
Wait,
can,
no,
fireball
I'm
and-
sorry, it's a legendary item.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, first of all, hold on. First of all, damage resistance.
Yeah.
Second, you get spells with it, like
You get a spell.
yeah,
compared-
two of them are utility and 2 of them are damage, and it just depends on which resistance you're using at the time.
Correct.
Who did we give that to?
I
we
think
gave it to
L.
Elenel because like no one else could really use it.
Yeah, and it subs her spell slots even if she has some of the spells, you know.
Is it in her character sheet?
I,
All the details on that thing?
I didn't think you gave it to anyone.
Well, shoot.
Yeah, like no one really like that was the thing. It's a really useful item, but like nobody claimed it.
Well, I don't have a free hand because I have a sword and shield, so I can't use it.
Like I can kind of use it, but it's just kind of there.
That's why I think L be the best one to have it.
Yeah, because she like does that kind of stuff, doesn't she?
Yep.
I mean, I would have thought it'd been
She
going
does-
Aromax,
she does
since
that
Aromax
druid shit.
has a free hand. And Elenil's geared for becoming beasts and slamming shit. Like,
Oh,
shit,
is she
that's right.
me?
I want to say she is. I mean, her damage has been beast form.
That's a good point. Where did we put the details for the Rod of Elementals? Was that in
I think it's in the
In-
cave we had still.
Yes, I think it is.
Let's spend it.
Oh no, we
'cause
left it
it
in
did
the
the
game
shit
room.
thing.
Oh, dang!
I hate
Okay.
that so much from that. It's one sheet. Let's see.
What did what now?
The sheet that I got that from, if I copy and paste from it, it turns all the spaces into percent marks.
Choose to
Using Notepad?
cold, lightning,
No.
fire, or acid.
You
Lightning,
know-
gust of wind. Acid, gives you stone shape. You can cast the spell once per long rest. Okay.
Like, I mean, I'll take it if,
You want it? You want it or not?
what does everyone say? Because I'm, like, I'll take it or leave it, because I feel like I would end up, like, having it and never using it.
Well, it's something that you basically say, today I want to resist fire. Like, at worst, you can just always have it set to fire and just be fire resistant.
Yeah.
I was
true.
kind of scared if Ynit tried to get it.
Having a damage resistance is not something to sneeze at.
It's very nice
Plus,
to have.
I guess I'll take it then.
Plus, having a free use of Fireball, or if you set it to cold, having a free use of Ice Storm.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take it.
Hmm.
But only if Elenil promises to become a gorilla and, like, maul people.
Cool.
She needs that wolf hand spell, though, to do it at the same time.
Okay. Anything else anybody else is interested in before I pull this money out of the buns?
Interested in selling things.
Like, if just ask. Like, even if you can't afford it, doesn't hurt to ask.
Magic negate, amulet of magical negation, and ball of mental command. I'm curious about those two.
Okay, the ball
More
of mental
specifically,
command is the one that I was like, that's so good. Alright, magical negation. First time a spell is cast upon you, the amulet immediately casts counterspell at 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
It is not optional, and it recharges on a long rest. The amulet is treated as having a +1 spellcasting ability.
But basically, it stops you from being surprised by a spell, too.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the thing you put on the fighter or the barbarian and just say, have at it. Go crazy. See. Alright. Ball of Mental Command. This magical item comes in a small leather pouch with 1d6 plus 1 small marbles. As a command, you can make the marbles roll up to 5 feet in a single turn. Each marble can be enchanted with a single spell of 2nd level or lower, which can be activated as a mental command.
Oh ho ho!
Only AoE spells.
Notice how they stopped that from being Fireball.
Yeah, especially since there's 1d6 plus 1 of them.
Okay, what is Redirectar?
Oh, redirect R.
Third one down?
No, my list is different than yours, because mine's alphabetical. Let's see, this oily red beverage undulates with arcane energy. It goes down smooth, leaving behind a hint of oak and cherry. You'll be enjoying it throughout any combat encounter. It's also good with cooking. For 1 minute, when a hostile creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to force the creature to repeat the same attack against another creature other than itself of your choice that is within range.
Ah,
It's the ha you missed me potion.
quit hitting your friends. Quit hitting your friends.
Basically.
Tortoiseshell hide armor.
Let's see. Well, for starters, hide armor.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is the thing that's like, oh man, I wish you guys had the money, because just giving that to Ellen would be amazing. Greenabout hide armor is actually constructed from tortoise shells, and the wearer feels slightly more secure and safe when it's donned. While wearing the armor, you gain a +2 bonus to AC. In addition, the armor can cast Sanctuary once per long rest.
Dang.
DC save of 15. Like,
Okay. That armor's actually...
yeah. I mean, the Ruby Vial is also really good for you guys.
Yeah, but we can't afford it, so... Oh,
Okay, so yeah, so we're definitely getting the gauntlets for you.
the gauntlets?
Or sorry, not the
Right.
gauntlets. The I mean the wristlet thing.
Restraint wristlet.
Yeah, the wristlet.
Yep.
Let's see, very simple and plain steel span that with dwarven runes around the edges. They then form a number of wounds, often promising resilience and unfettered to the bearer. Yep, just gives you a weird dwarven resistance.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, no, you're definitely going to use that.
Yes, literally every single time that I do anything, I will be using that.
You're just gonna start stacking wristlets on yourself.
Now then, are you guys gonna want to sell anything?
I would, well, price check it, if you don't mind.
No. Okay.
Okay, I
Hey.
have these earmuffs.
Like-
They're very cute.
Because of how late it is, I just kind of dropped the RP of it.
Yeah, okay, so the Eagle Bear earmuffs and the Spoon of Realities. I want to see what the price for those two are.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that
Those-
second one?
No, what?
Spoon of Realities. That's the spoon I kept giving to Bran.
It's the one that lets you peer through illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we give that away?
Why do we have why is that on a spoon?
Oh, but you don't ask me.
Well, it's because the spoon is concave, so it wouldn't conform to reality, does it? Look, it's one of the starting items that you guys all got.
Yeah, I got a bunch of items I never
Yep,
used.
yep. She chose not to get a starting magic item and just got more swag.
Yeah, I like random generators.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you should. That's how Armax got his lightning rod and Brand got his aspect.
Woohoo!
It's like
That's
that deck has a lot of fucking duds, but there's some good shit in there. Like, the amount of
Wait.
times you guys would have gotten a sandwich making kit pisses me off.
I wish I got a sandwich.
Which lightning rod are you talking about? Are you talking about that 4th level spell?
No, your rod, your casting implement.
That can cause lightning?
It's a lightning rod. You have the fucking
Oh fuck,
card.
that's right, I never wrote that down. God damn it.
You didn't even have to. It's a fucking card. Alright.
I
Okay.
know.
Spoon of Realities, I'm gonna put as rare. Make me a persuasion check.
God, where's my
Oh.
persuasion?
Here we go.
Can I help her with persuasion?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, no, you're badass at this.
Fuck.
You're so freaking cute. You're like, please give me so much money for these. And he's like,
Let's see.
She did that like eye blink and like little tiny fire sparks came off of it.
Oh no, like the guilt trip.
If you want to increase something by 150%, you do 1.50, right? Multiplied? Yes, because 1 is 100%. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Spoon of Realities is worth 6k.
Holy crap.
That spoon.
Gee, it's almost like it lets you peer through illusions.
Yeah, but it's a spoon.
Yeah, but why would we give that away? It lets us peer through illusion.
Alright, Eagle Bear
Price.
Gauntlet. Give me another
What about
persuasion.
metaphors and similes?
No, it's designed to go through magical.
Yeah. Although it didn't work in the cave, because Brand was using that thing. Kept giving it to him.
Well, you know what it
Okay.
was? Everything was an illusion in the cave.
Yeah.
No, the thing
Probably
is, you were
this
looking
room,
for a 1-inch diameter hole with a darkness spell in it in a dark room because you broke the only light source.
Look, man, look.
Like,
Hey,
it
I
peers
was
through
just-
illusions. It doesn't peer through the dark. Persuasion check.
For the eagle muff, yeah.
Which I'm actually surprised you would try to trade that. Like, the idea of just silencing.
Oh, I
these
just want a
eagles.
price check so I know.
Alright. Let's see. What was that
So-
again?
Eagle bear
Your-
earmuffs, they
your
block out
number.
all sound.
Your number.
So this is the earmuffs that Iaja uses when Armax and Brand start snoring.
It's
Pretty
worth
much.
$100.
Brand does not.
Yeah, it's not worth all that much.
I mean, does it block out, like, if there's a spell that you have to hear to be affected by, will it stop that spell?
You are considered deafened while wearing those.
Oh.
Oh.
So like if like no kind of singing charms and shit like that.
Yep. Basically, you become immune to anything that requires you to hear it. Doesn't make you immune to thunder, but
That's because thunder hits you.
yeah.
Someone might want to be wearing those earmuffs when fight or bard.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Okay, it's good to know, though.
it silences everything. So remember, deafen does have other side effects to it.
I was gonna say, isn't it easier to sneak up on a deafened person?
Yep.
True.
Hey, Iaja, there's someone behind you. What?
Yeah. It.
I mean, she has high AC, so meh.
Yeah, but you've met creatures that
Guys,
love
is
having
Bella
advantage.
magical?
Say again?
Because I don't know. It just says I can breathe anywhere, but I'm just picturing a helmet. Like,
It's a gas mask, but it has two bellows instead of air
yeah, but
filters.
that's not magic, right?
No, it's magic.
Oh, okay, then yeah, price check on that too.
Alright.
Magic filters.
Persuasion.
Ew.
May I try to persuade him?
I mean,
Not your object. 120. No, that's not right. I fucked this up.
$2,000.
Okay. How do I multiply something by 50%?
Times point,
Times 0.5.
and then you just add that number on top of what it was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's $200.
I mean, do we really need this?
Lets you breathe in any environment.
Any. Well, what is there besides water and air?
Space.
Oh, spell. Oh, well, we have to go to the sun. You're right.
Yeah, Brain wants to freeze the sun so that so he can defeat Batman.
So long as there's something that's you can breathe, it functions. Like, say, if you fought spore monsters. Oh no, their entire weapon
Oh, so
is
it acts
useless
as
against you.
A filter too. Okay, I
Yes.
didn't realize that. I'll write that down.
Basically, think of a gas mask. A gas mask that also has an oxygen tank.
So would it or would it not work in space?
It would.
So we can make a spacesuit.
No,
so I
because you need to
freeze
continue
the
to pump
sun.
it. Like,
Alright, I'm good.
Motherfuckers keep doing that, but you haven't even seen half the stuff that I had to make for this. Like, I spent an exorbitant amount of time building this college.
Hey, Brand, do you want to go to the moon? I bet Matt doesn't have a map of the moon yet.
Fuck you, I do. Because there was a chance you could have gone to there earlier.
Depends. Is the moon on fire? Like, can I freeze the moon?
Well, you know what? Wait. If you cast the spell on the moon, would the moon catch on fire?
Alright, does anyone else want to try sell anything else?
I'm trying to see if I have any. I think I don't have anything on me unless the guy wants some. Like, you know what? Out of curiosity, how much would he take the gold cross for? I'm probably not going to sell that.
Oh shit, what's the rarity on that?
Where
where did I put that?
Which, by the way, remember you have that.
Yeah, no. That's something I've been trying to find a scenario, and each time I either forget I have it or something else happens.
Okay.
Rare.
All right, persuasion.
I'm sorry.
Roll a persuasion.
All right. Can I use the amulet?
No. Do you mean Tides of Chaos?
No, yes, I want to shoot oil and blood at this man. No, it gives me some extra shit. The boopadoo. Yeah, no, the amulet, the actual gold cross gives me something for persuasions.
Okay, read it off to me. Let's see.
Oh yeah, no, it just makes it capable of casting Friend, Command, and Charm Person, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that would just bounce the fuck off. So yeah, no, it was just a fuck roll.
Alright. So then... And it was rare, you said?
Yeah, it was a rare one.
Yeah, 2K.
By the way, just for funsies, I'm going to roll again, because I want to see how high this actually gets.
I mean, you've already tried.
I know, but that's what I wanted to see. There we go. There's the roll I wanted.
Congrats, you get full price.
What? What's
Yeah.
full price?
Well, if low is 50%... I'm still here. I'm more than willing to sell more stuff. If you guys actually want to try and sell something.
Well, yeah, no, how much could I get for it?
The amulet? 2,000.
2,000?
Got a good deal on that too, man.
I mean, that 2,000 is 1/4 of the way to get you that spell. Actually, no, that would buy you the first level spell idea. In fact, it would buy you 2.
It is tempting because I don't really use that thing that much, and it gives me it's supposed to give me proficiency in persuasion, but I'm already proficient in shit to that.
Yeah.
It does give me some charges for let's see. It does give me the Friend, Command, Charm Person, and Suggestion at will.
Those are really good spells.
True, but he also has a couple of those already.
Yeah, no, I have Charm Person already.
I mean, honestly, Armax has 4 different lists of just weird shit that happens to him because of being chaos.
Yeah. That's a tempting one.
Anything else, guys?
I will go ahead and sell the spell scroll of jump and spell scroll of spike growth.
Okay, do you have the rarities of those on? Oh no. What are the spell levels?
Jump and spike growth.
I want to say jump is common, but what's spike growth?
Scroll. Let's see. Check.
Second level. Alright, give me a persuasion for jump.
This is gonna be awkward. Oh.
$100.
Okay, cool.
Alright, remove it from inventory and $100. And this one is for spike growth. Congrats, $400.
Woo!
You almost made a cantrip infusion. I mean, Unit could have taken those and learned them, but yeah.
Yeah, he could have, but he'd actually have to be here for that, so...
Yeah, and he wouldn't. He still didn't even... Well, no, he did learn that finally. Alright. Anything else? Because I know you guys have a bunch of junk.
Let's see. Not on me.
Yeah, those were all my magical items that I'd be willing to maybe sell. So.
Yeah, my current inventory is a gold cross, an amulet, Tharzadune, 1 lifesaver, 2 ball bearings, some bagpipes, and the arcane focus.
We have 2 brooches of shielding that nobody's ever...
Yeah.
Oh, drop them.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and price these. They're uncommon.
All right. 2 persuasions.
Dadgummit, can someone else?
Okay,
Nope,
I'll
you're
try
selling
it.
them.
I'll try it.
It's Bran. Sorry.
I can't be like his helper.
Afraid not. Not for this. Like, I can already go ahead and tell you, this dude takes no shit.
Right, he doesn't.
All right. Well, good news. One of them's $400. Bad news. The other one's $100.
Let someone poop on the other one.
Now he basically just offers you 500 for both of them, because they're kind of, junk. Wait, no, I'm wrong. The other one's 200, so 600 total. Hey, that's a spell.
That is a spell.
Hey, that is something.
We'll go ahead and trade that for a diamond. Do that.
All right. I mean, easy enough. So the question is, who gets the infusion?
Do we still, do we still want you to get the,
Idea? Like, here's the thing. Like, we're about to go fight, like, a big evil guy, so something that probably hits things will probably be better, because I doubt that we're going to be battling this man in a battle of wits.
Well, you said you wanted to do research. Idea literally gives you advantage on investigation, history, arcana, religion, nature.
That is true, though. That was actually something.
Like, if you wanted to focus on finding your father's research,
yeah,
gee, you'd have a spell that literally does that.
I'll leave it up to Bran, since he's the money holder, if he thinks we should do that before or after going to the place.
And again, they have the boat ready. It's there when you want to use it.
Because, like, here's the thing, like, we could do some research, and one of the things that we might want to look into is that symbol on the dude's chest might give some hints as to what his abilities are. Get a better knowledge of what we're going up against him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just really doubt that we're going to make an extra 10k while standing in here, like, researching stuff.
Well, like, that's my concern with money, too, here right now, because look at it this way. What's the likelihood of, like, if we go off and do something, how the fuck do we get back here?
I mean, presumably it would be the glass boat.
We can just take the glass boat other places?
I mean, he said that he could get us out as soon as the wards go down, so maybe we just end up getting teleported back somehow.
I guess maybe he gives us a bus pass.
He also said something to that effect. I mean, I will tell you this. If you actually can bring down the fortress, a lot of people will take notice of you guys.
Yeah.
But we're in that catch-22. In order to take down the fortress, we need spells. In order to get spells, we need money. In order to get money, we need to take down the fortress.
Which takes time.
Well, we can also make it off of just various different resources, which is what we're building on.
You guys also have trades.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I could, do some stuff in the entertainment around here.
I can't do my trade in here.
Well, you haven't really tried.
Actually, no, these guys do need stuff for their experiments and things like that. I'm willing to bet that there's at least one guy who's like, yeah, could you get me some, I don't know, poisonous walrus tusks or something?
Yeah, but how would I get back here?
He'd probably give you a buddy pass. He's probably got, a student ID card where it's like, yeah, you can just go in and out.
Oh, that's an idea. Okay, so we'll go ahead and trade the 2 brooches for the diamond.
Alright.
So
Simple trade.
get your research. I want to keep that charm of finesse because I know that's going to get some. I need that. That.
So
I got a snail shell crystal.
From the flail.
I don't know if that's valuable at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably
It's
not the most
sail
common
of the
thing.
trail of the flail snail that you impaled.
With some hail. I've got a lifesaver. Bet that's worth 10k.
No. I mean, you try to hawk it to him, and he would just basically tell you that Mr. Fix offered those for, like, by the dozen.
Honestly, I would just picture that, like, if I offered it to him, he'd just grab it and eat it.
It's basically...
Think the blood of a solar is valuable?
I mean, that sounds like some pretty magical shit.
Blood of a solar... reminder?
I have 2 jars of angel's blood.
Okay. Vials. Not jars.
Well, I've got 2...
Two jugs.
Yeah.
Two things of angel's blood. I'll go ahead and put vial.
Did I ever give you the rarity for those?
Nope.
Give me a moment.
Sorry, I'm just getting a mental image of, did you ever see the Futurama where they go to try to break the professor out of the old folks' home, and Bender just drops off, like, a massive jug of blood? There's, like, a scene where, like, they have to, like, prove that, like, they have the real Professor Farnsworth, and, like, we need a blood sample. And Bender, like, just drops a giant, like, massive jug of blood, and they're like, we just needed a drop.
Oh my.
It's one of the better episodes. It's great.
Oh, fuck me.
What are those, like uber rare?
Very rare.
Nice.
Like, if you don't care about being able to, you know... I mean, if you're not attached to them, those things are fucking expensive.
I mean, I might be attached to them. What can I do with it?
I mean, well, you personally, you've had experience that some things that, you know, maybe dislike or like too much angels, and have the ability to smell their blood, can be used as bait for them. But you all know that it can be used to, you know, make an undead creature last a hell of a lot longer.
Oh, dang.
So, it's some dark necromantic shite.
Yeah. What do we think the chances are that we're ever going to hunt down a devil?
Probably, I don't know. What are devils usually? Like, what level?
They vary.
Like, would it be like a minor demon or like an imp or something like that? Like, what are...
Nah, dude, if we break open this vial, we could summon all kinds of crazy stuff.
I mean, probably not for a while.
You'd be, like, again, they'd have to smell the blood. Like this is used to catch, like, Cerberi and, like, bone devils. Like,
I guess
anything smart is not going to just go to a piece of meat covered in angel's blood.
Look, it's Baphomet!
Like, you're basically either going for something dumb or you're going to have to make a deal.
Oh, dang.
Just picturing Baphomet, he's got his hands behind his back, trying to eat a slab of meat off a string.
Okay, so how expensive are we talking?
Alright. Let's say you get base price. 40K a pop.
Kill him.
40K a pop?
Very rare. Hey, do you want to know how much that rod that you guys are indecisive about could be worth?
What, 10K?
Half price. That thing is worth 100K. Legendary motherfucking artifact.
Okay.
That thing is older than most of the cities. That thing is older than most of the spells you guys know.
They put in a fucking carnival.
Yeah, one that only 6 people have completed, and 3 of them were in one group.
What the hell did they have in there before that?
Oh. I mean,
Got you a wish ring.
I mean, Trent did tell you that they had to make it easier.
Hey.
It's like, you basically completed, like, the tutorial version of that.
The hand in the eye of...
The what?
Don't worry about it.
So that makes
you
you more
said that.
tempted to sell that.
Right.
Well, got 2 of them.
Right.
I really honestly don't know if we're ever going to end up needing to, like, lure out some kind of dumb satanic thing.
I think we should keep one
Dumb.
just in case.
Or make some kind of undead last forever.
Like,
I don't know if you need to do that either.
like if I feel like we could probably find a Cerberus if we really wanted to lure something out. If not, we can just like have a tasty Aramax come and entice it.
I mean,
We could sell just one of them and like, God, I could go get that Frostfire spell.
Yeah, we could all get spelled out.
I could make this a lot worse for you right now. Not in a bad way, I mean in a good way.
Okay.
Well, Bran, you do remember somebody saying that if you bring it to him, he'll put it in you. Whether it works or not, he doesn't care.
What?
Wait, who was this?
What? I totally forgot. I had no idea that would be a thing. Oh man, what
The
was
dude
that?
who just said he'd try.
I don't even know what sort of effect that would have.
I'm sorry. Who did you meet in casual conversation that said they'd infuse you with angel fucking blood?
Oh man.
Were you in a party? What was this?
Oh man, dude, I'd hate to play the devil's advocate here, but an
Nah.
angel blood me would be pretty freaking sweet. I'd imagine. I don't know.
I mean, you do have 2 vials of it, which is like 6
Like-
ounces.
Like,
You don't even have enough for like a whiskey stone.
so
But-
we got,
I
so we
mean-
got like 1 bouillon cube of angel blood.
Yes,
Even a little bit could. Yeah,
it might have some sort of effect. You don't know.
Asia, you're the specialist on the subject. What does angel blood do when it's infused with a mortal?
Yeah, what does this bastardization of God's holy creatures do?
You know, just because I am a paladin doesn't mean I'm an expert. So, what check is that?
Nature?
Natural 20.
Religion?
That is a stacked check. Like, if you legit want to roll, I'm going to need a general intelligence followed by a general wisdom.
We're screwed.
As like you need to pull, like this is.
Nope.
Huh? That's
Man,
it.
she's not stat for this shit.
Can I roll with her? I'm gonna fail, but I just want to see that.
You know what? Sure.
All right,
You
so that was
get general intelligence, general wisdom.
followed by what?
Doesn't matter. Like this is just cool to you. I didn't see Ayaj, I didn't see you roll.
I did. They were low.
No,
By the way, I
they're
think
not on
that's-
screen for me.
What? Wait, what? I just saw them. Where'd they go? I mean, I can roll again.
Oh
but...
no! It's because the screen got stuck and it rolled out. Yeah, roll them again. Because I do not see them, which means they do not count.
You said intel and then wisdom?
General int followed by general wisdom.
Nope. I'm stopping right there. No.
You
No,
wow.
no, roll the wisdom. Roll the wisdom.
No.
Holy shit, how did I roll better than you?
You're
She's
wise.
not religious, actually. She just likes to party.
Okay. Intelligence. You don't remember a damn thing about anyone trying this shit. Like, this is
She
not
never
even something
went to
somebody's
a
joked about.
So,
And for your wisdoms, I mean, stuff that has angel blood is typically angels?
So Brain would grow like wings?
Like, not gonna lie, you needed to pass a legendary check to learn anything.
Well, shoot.
Okay, Bran is. I'm gonna just go out and say this is a bad idea, so I fully endorse it.
I don't, but no, I'm kidding. Yes, I do.
I mean, the angel's not using it.
I mean, that is true, but you should at least treat it with some respect.
Also, Bran, did you murder an angel?
You were there when we got the blood.
You got it from the worm guard.
Yeah, where I got my
Oh,
sword.
that's right.
Yeah, they were using them to make permanent undeads.
Oh, we should just go back and rob that grave. We get so much money from that.
Again?
Well, like rob it more. Like take the body and sell that too.
I mean, Asia already robbed it once. I don't know how much is really left.
I mean, that body had some good teeth in it.
Hey, Ayaja,
Yes.
you get the feeling that Armax and Bran are not considered innocent creatures.
Yes.
Right.
Oh
So
boy.
wait. So
I
Ayaja
threw
didn't
so many
consider.
fucking wrenches into this.
Just the
yeah,
Ayaja.
like this guy is stoked to buy it because that's good shit.
Yeah.
And you see the stuff he has. You don't know what Stanley will do. You got the stats for this shit.
Like I'd sell him at least one because, at the very least we'll find an angel and kill it.
No.
What?
Okay.
I mean,
Also, as an aside,
we
it's
will politely
collo-
ask it for some blood.
it's
What?
colloquially called angel's blood. It's not an actual angel's blood. It is the blood of a celestial creature, but it is not an angel specifically.
Oh, okay, so that's a lot easier to kill.
Yeah, I do.
So we could be infusing the blood of some random celestial creature in me.
I mean,
Bran,
technically,
that was-
Mordins are celestial. Like,
Shoot. What if he needs 2 vials to pull it off?
I don't think it would work because you're not a good person.
I mean,
Ouch.
honestly, he
Damn.
probably
Damn.
that's pretty bad.
I'm
But
giving you experience for that.
if I had to make a guess, he'd probably need at least an IV bag full.
Which would be a pint.
Yeah, so he'd need like a pint or two.
This is celestial blood we're talking about. Guesswork doesn't really apply.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still blood. I mean, like, if I was a doctor, I wouldn't transfuse like a cube of blood.
Right. Let me see if we can find a good analogy. How much snake venom do you think it takes to freeze up your entire bloodstream?
It depends on the kind of snake venom.
I would make this same argument for celestial blood.
Well, it's
That's
probably
not even a close analogy. This is asking how much blood of a snake can you infuse into yourself to be immune to poison.
so probably more than a pint.
But snakes aren't immune to poison.
They're immune to their own poison.
No?
Nope.
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, I'm talking D&D snakes, not actual snakes.
Are they? That's stupid.
That's
Yeah, most snakes have resistance, if not immunity to poison.
I mean,
that
Well-
kind. I guess that kind of makes sense.
it's
like a-
that's fair. They make
It's
bats
mechanical.
blind too, so
It's mechanical.
It's
Oh, no,
probably
no,
cold
bats are
all
not blind.
blood.
They have blind sight. There's a difference.
I'm just saying that real bats can see.
Yeah, so can these bats. Like the bats are not permanently blinded. They just have blind sight. Same as moles. Not blind.
They don't need to see.
Yeah, they can see without light a certain distance away, but they can still see with light.
So if that's unicorn blood, does Bran turn into a unicorn?
Well, ooh.
I don't
have
want
no
a
stats on
unicorn
unicorn
bird.
blood.
I just
do
feel
have
like we'd be
stats on a
messing with too
unicorn
much
horn.
nature at that point.
Or would he just turn into a centaur?
Would you be a Pegasus? A unicorn Pegasus?
Wait,
No.
Or a
unicorn?
griffin, or a
I'd make him a
hippogriff.
kelpie.
A hippocorn?
That
So,
sounds
Bran,
beautiful.
the guy's waiting on what you want to do. Bran?
Well, guys, what do you think? Do we want to go with like a guarantee of having something mediocre, or go with a gamble of having something amazing?
Also, that angel's blood helps one of you, assuming it does anything. Buying an object, you can always trade.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Say that again?
You can switch around objects. If Stanley puts that in you, that's just you.
Like, I'm willing to go with Bran's incredibly stupid plan because that is an awesome plan.
Ayaja is not.
Yeah, but Ayaj is a teetotaler.
Look, man, look.
You could buy
Look,
Elendil that good
Ayaj,
armor.
no offense, but you're a good person.
I mean, I just don't think it would mix, especially with all the dark, ritualistic blood. Never mind.
Hey,
Dark ritualistic blood. What do you think I do at night?
Well, I mean, you know, cultists cut their hands, and I mean, you do the same thing.
I do not cut my
Bran?
hand.
For goodness sake, it's Bran, not Aramax.
Bran, they've seen you Blair Witch into a corner before.
Yeah, but
And then was that time you got possessed by a ghost, so you're clearly dealing with necrotic creatures.
no, ish. I don't really do like. I mean, like I kill undead, I do, but they're not like my specialty. That's
Nope.
that's a different clan of breed.
That is true. He specializes in monstrosity.
We don't know that.
I mean,
No,
I
no,
know.
that's actually come up before.
Technically, the Order of the Mute specializes in monstrosity.
Yeah.
I special in like
I basically put it as monstrosity and abjurate and
yeah,
like the weird shit and the eldritch shit.
yeah.
But yeah, this has come up because you did ask when you first fought the undead. And
Right.
it was just like, do I specialize in killing undead? And just like, no, that's Ayaja. You handle the freaky shit. She handles the freaky shit that comes back.
Yeah, like devils, demons,
Not your forte.
fae, outlanding things.
Getting there, but not specifically.
could you hunt a Pegasus?
I'm literally reading off my sheet at this point. So
Hmm. I know. And remember,
Like, if we were at a
stuff gets
place where,
cleaned.
like, Pegasus frolicked, would you be capable of hunting that?
wait, a Pegasus?
Yeah, because that counts as, like, a creature, right?
It is a monstrosity.
So yeah, I might be able to specialize in that. Maybe.
I mean, you'll be as good for it as like any other like hunter would or ranger. But I mean, yeah, you're pretty good at tracking. If you found an area, you might be able
I'm
y'all
just-
can't just go hunt.
Well, first we got to get a buddy pass.
You haven't asked.
Oh, that's, like, the first thing I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask for, like a good buddy pass. And give it to my buddy Bran.
So Bran,
Oh boy.
chance at 8K.
I would.
Look, we can always find more angel blood. Like, I know we can.
What?
So I'd sell at least one vial.
I mean, Bran, the only reason you know of angel blood is because your mentors have used it before. It's not an impossible object. It's very fucking rare, but it ain't impossible.
I would just hate to sell it and then go to what's his face and then be like, yeah, I could totally do that and have you like regenerate your own health or something.
Wouldn't the blood just fall back out?
Why?
Well, you always have to cut yourself.
You would lose a lot of blood you would infuse.
Like honestly, here's what you need to do. You need celestial marrow. That way, you can generate your own celestial blood.
I just no.
There is logic in what he says.
Yeah, because think about like if we went out and found like an angel or a Pegasus, and we just like just scraped out a bunch of marrow and got them to put that in your leg, you'd have angel blood coming out of your leg.
Picturing it becoming Voldemort for killing a pure creature.
Just branched over
again,
a unicorn sucking it up.
I quote Stanley. He doesn't give a rat's ass what you bring him. You bring it to him, it's fresh enough, and you have the money, he will put it in you. What it does, he won't know. If it'll work, he does not know. He also doesn't care.
Okay, Brent, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell some of the blood, we keep some, we try it, and then if it works out well, we'll go find you some marrow.
Like, this is kind of dark, but you can just take Armax's wings and have them grafted to you.
Don't you touch my wings.
That's okay. I mean, really, like, Celestial's a huge opportunity. If we're honest, it's more likely it would work on Iasia, and I guess I would be more interested in Fae stuff anyway.
Hey, Bran.
Give you pixie blood?
No, not...
Make a general wisdom check.
Where's the... I am wise.
Yes, you are.
Bran, you get the idea that being part celestial would have a lot of benefits, theoretically.
But look, guys...
But it also occurs to you that being half celestial might also have many deficits.
Deficits, like, to me in particular due to some of the relationships that I have, or deficits like...
Seeing as how angel blood is used to attract dangerous prey...
Sweet.
Prey that probably hunts angels...
Sweet.
Oh... Bran, you would have the musky, delicious smell of, like, steak. Baphomet would be going after you.
And,
dude.
again, somebody found this celestial creature and drained it of its blood. They probably didn't care who or what it was.
I'm just saying, if we, like... Are we still staying in front of the guy?
I mean, you guys have backed off.
We're in a corner. There's a waiting room. There's a highlights magazine.
He's
in the corner.
indifferent to your conversation.
Okay, cool. Look, okay, so if we get the angel's blood to work and we implant the aspect into my chest, then not only will I attract demons and devils to hunt me down, but also dragons. And that just sounds like...
Reverse. Your aspect repels, like, simple draconic creatures.
Oh.
Well, actually, it repels simple creatures that understand what a dragon is.
That is not the impression I was given. Okay.
Well, that's because you've used it to scare things off. You haven't used it to attract anything.
So wait, hold on a second. Did you say that, like, dragons would be attracted to us?
Scared.
I mean, you've never tested on a dragon. I threw 6 of them at you, and you decided to just bitch out.
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought we would have bitched out from 6 fucking dragons?
I mean, it was just a elemental fire dragon, a conjured storm dragon.
Yeah, it's time for the
dragon of the tundra.
That's all. What's that, like a
dragon of the sunken earth? And a void dragon.
My players are such cowards that they would back off from 6 dragons murdering each other. Can't see why they wouldn't want to be in the middle of that.
Come on, guys. It was just the entire Greek pantheon plus the entire Norse pantheon all bickering about who could kick the most ass.
The Rust Dragon was enough, or whatever the hell that thing was.
Yeah.
No, Rust Drake.
I don't see the problem. My level 18 players do that all the time. Yeah, well, mine were level 6, so...
Oh, come on. What, you don't throw out the dragons at level 2?
Actually, some people do.
I have actually had that happen to me, and oh my god, it was scary.
So you walk into the dungeon, and there's 14 dragons. Oh, this is easy. And a gelatinous cube.
It's okay, we got Chuck.
We got Chuck. He'll one-shot the cube. No, he'll one-shot the dragons, but then he'll fail on the cube every step.
He'll die from the cube.
The cube revs up its legendary feats.
Oh, Chuck. I miss it.
I have legendary oozes.
What does a legendary ooze do?
Well, there's one that's considered a titanous creature, and I'll just leave that there.
Oh, wait, I think I know that. Is that the one that's like, it's like a gelatinous cube the size of a city, and it's got like a city in it?
Nope, but that one's also there.
Okay, because that one's awesome.
I'm talking about one that's bigger than that. Like, Colossal
What?
is 5x5. Titanous is everything past that.
So is this that dimension of gelatinous cubes?
Nope.
Is it a
y'all
is it a
motherfuckers
gelatinous
don't
ocean?
explore. Like, there is shit here. Like, I'm like the thing that I've actually was offended with was during the Tailwind Festival. There was an eagle bear.
I mean, Ayaja was gonna go do that, but then she got blown up, and, you know, that kind of kills the mood.
It's like,
That reminds me, I still need to meet up with that old lady.
Alright.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
we did
gonna-
kind of abandon that quest.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
sell.
well, like, what was
Wait,
I supposed
stop.
to do? We
Right.
immediately, like, went to the thing.
Bran, what? You gonna sell him?
Come on, Brian, sell him.
I'll go ahead and sell one.
All right.
Yeah,
You
I'll go
make a
ahead.
persuasion.
Can I help him make
No.
a persuasion? Oh, wait. Before you do it, can you attune to my magic gold necklace?
Nope.
It'll give you proficiencies in persuasion.
Nope.
Come on, just let him sit in the corner for 3 hours.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and roll persuasion. If he doesn't sell it to me for at least base price, I'm not selling it.
I mean, well, you as a player don't know the base price. I just said that because it's kind of fucking awesome. Like this is me going Monty Hall a little bit, but then
Okay.
this is also me saying I know what's coming up.
He's actually a worm guard.
I mean, I can throw 2 of those at you guys. You're at the right level.
Yeah, but they're not going to be here. What, do they just waltz in through the elevator?
Gee, it's almost like you're fighting an adversary who can grow minions.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I just failed to see in a D&D campaign where the fight starts with bing! The elevator doors open and 2 worm guards walk out.
Not seeing that road, Bran.
Is row 20 being stupid?
No, it's not.
I mean, if you knock this out of the park, it becomes 65,000.
I have a -1 persuasion.
Can you give it to me and I try?
Nope.
God
It is-
damn it!
You don't know what it is. You failed your roll on it. Ayaja knows kind of what it is. Bran knows what it is.
Well, wait, I was in the same room as him when he got it.
Yeah, and you rolled a natural 1.
But he
I
explained
think I said you thought it was like cream or something.
God, that would have been amazing. Just Armax puts the angel blood in his fucking coffee.
Oh my gosh.
Armac Drake, that's like Homer Simpson putting the $1 million bill in the vending machine.
I think it's more akin to him drinking the radioactive waste.
No. That's the equivalent of Armax selling a rare magical item for some horses.
It was uncommon.
Those horses were stallions.
I mean, they're actually doing pretty good right now. Like, you fed them, you've taken care of them. Elenil especially has made sure that they've been good. Like, they're workhorses.
Good old Spearmint and Bloom Blossom.
See, and you were worried.
Was.
Base price, 40 grand.
Alright, we can do it. Let's just do it. Yep, it's gonna be painful, but let's just do it. Okay, there. Freaking happy guys.
Yep. As he hands you 4,000 platinum. Which, by the way, weighs 132 pounds.
Got a bag.
Are you sure he hands that to us, or like does that come in like a box?
Like, he literally opens 4 different registers. I mean, he keeps it on his side in case you want to try and buy anything, just to save him time.
Well, there. Got 48,000.
I think I have 2 platinum.
46,000.
So what do we want to buy?
I mean, you can basically buy damn near anything on this list. You can get the Ruby Vial.
How much is that for the vial?
18k. You can finally buy a potion of cure vampirism.
Why would we want that?
Because you've seen 3 different people sell it.
If I become a vampire, how do I suck blood?
Very sloppily.
With your beak?
I don't have teeth. I don't have teethers.
Ooh, you can buy the miracle milk.
Oh.
Let's see. Well, first off, how many of us were going to do the spell thingy?
Shoot, since I just gave away friggin' angel's blood, I may as well go ahead and get that spell.
Yeah, I get that spell. So that's you and me?
I'm a strong maybe. I want to know what the spell does first before committing, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I want to go find out what Frostfire.
I mean, I'll save you the time. The not spells? No one really has a clue. Mostly
Fire
because
Aura
nobody...
wasn't a not spell, right?
No, it was.
Oh, the Fire
that
Aura
was your
was?
not spell.
Oh, I thought the Vengeance one was. Okay.
No. Vengeance is the paladin one.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Fire Aura. Yeah.
Fire Aura is weird because it's probably... Like, y'all don't know why you have knots in the weave. And
Yes,
no one else on campus gives a rat's ass about the weave. It's
That's
almost
awkward.
like this empty-ass apartment doesn't have a lot of popularity.
Okay.
About the weave?
Yeah.
What?
Why do they hate the weave?
Well, it's kind of like trying to explain the internet in the 80s. Like, even if you have the intelligence to understand it, unless you're directly related to it, you don't really give a rat's ass. It's just so long as the trains run on time.
Huh. Well,
Actually, you know what? There's actually an amazing quote from a guy who bought one of the first Winchester computers back in the day, and he was absolutely furious about it because they were using it improperly. But those things ran on light bulbs.
Also, guys. Oh, no, sorry, it's 8k, yeah, because you don't have 4 or 5. Yeah, you could buy all of the high-level spells. Fire Aura, Frostfire, Sunbolt, and Nautilus Radiant Baton.
What was that last one?
Nystel's Baton.
Ah.
Crystal spells are fucking awesome, man.
And this is new spells. Like, it's not as awesome for Ayaja, because, you know, you can prepare spells. But Armax Bran? You guys have a limited set, so getting an extra one, pretty fucking good.
Nope. I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Come on, guys.
Well, I'm getting Crossfire.
Yeah, I'm getting the let's see, what were the options I had?
Ritual Strength, Idea, Skyhook, and Nystel's Baton.
And Nystel's Baton just gave me, like, weapons, right?
No, that's someone else's. He didn't know what that did. It's just something to do with a baton.
Nystel's Baton. Probably won't tell me how to spell that, right?
Fuck no.
Nystul, I think.
Traitor!
Alright.
The
Just know
DM
it
is
'cause I
your
had
first
that
friend
spell.
before all others.
That was Nystal, you said?
Yeah, because there's also a wizard spell with that name. Or a wizard with that name, rather.
Oh,
Oh, it's a Greyhawk
that's not the
character?
correct spelling.
Oh, it's a U.
Asshole.
Yeah, this was.
Like, if you look it up, I'm going to increase prices. Like, legitimately.
No, actually, now I'm just looking at, like, Greyhawk Wiki. Huh.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to call it.
No,
You
I
buying or
seriously,
not?
no. Look, I will show you a screenshot that I am not looking at his spells. I'm just looking at Nystel now.
I even
You know
consider
the
that
magic.
kind of cheating.
He looks like one of the pirates from fucking Blackwater.
I know,
It's pretty
but,
great.
like,
Good
signature
show.
spells come from signature wizards. Just like Big B, Liam, and
Gary Gygax,
Mortal blah blah.
Autologs.
Mordekainen, that's the one.
Harry Potter.
Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, I think Big B is Gary Gygax.
There's a couple of them. There's one that's literally an anagram of one of Gygax's friends' names.
Yeah, no, all of the famous wizards are, like, the original players.
Yeah, it's a shock, isn't it?
Alright. So, you guys buying or not? Because, hate to break it to you, I'm still recording.
And Frostfire. What is Bloodbridge?
It's something to do with making Blood Bridge. Like, this
No,
guy
I mean
doesn't
the
know.
level. I mean
What's the
the
clerical one,
first.
right?
First level.
first. Okay, so that one's only 600. I'll go ahead and do Bloodbridge too.
What level's the fire aura?
Second.
I mean, if we have money left over, like enough to have a cushion, I'll do it, but otherwise I won't.
Like, alright, give it to me right now. Who's getting what?
I can always come back and get, like, the Nystel thingy.
To an extent. Because, as he said, the weave is fickle. Spells may
But, like,
not stick around for very long. Like,
Because I'm really curious what I could do with a baton other than lead a march. Was Nystel known for his jolly bands?
I mean,
but that knowledge.
it's a
thing
third
could
level
be really-
spell, so it's not like it's gonna be shit. Third level and up typically is just good stuff.
Nystel's first level baton spell doesn't do anything.
This is third.
Let's see.
This is on par with Fireball.
I'd probably get that mind thing first.
I mean, 600 for idea.
Yeah, for idea. Idea seems like something I would use more than a baton.
Everyone went so robot-y.
All right.
Fire aura was 8K, right?
Yes.
Test.
Hey.
Okay, you guys were robots and it was scary.
Fire aura and scent of vengeance were both 2nd level.
Yeah, the only one she would get is fire aura.
Okay. Idea, Blood Ridge, Frost. Aramax, do you want that baton thing? Not.
Roll for
I
it.
mean,
We're at 7,200 for the spells.
Out of 40. And, like, you're at the point where you wouldn't be able to get anything super expensive in the item-wise, so... Like...
yeah, I mean, might as well.
Okay, so that's 17.
I don't know what... Nigel's baton better be fucking amazing. Like, it better be it just kills people.
I mean, I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't. Or if it was.
Nigel's baton. You are able to... you get a +2 proficiency bonus to all athletic checks.
I mean, like, the guy knew some of these spells, and he was able to tell you them. Some of them he didn't. So there's the question. You gonna get Fire Aura?
If we still have, like, at least 2K left over after we're done buying everything, because
You
I
still
already
have
have a bunch
20.
of... Okay, because I feel bad because I have a bunch of magic stuff already.
Yet you just barely cracked half.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm a fair player. But yes, I will get it.
Hey, somebody's got to be the sensible one on the pricing.
All right. So each of you take a turn lying down on the cold slab. And there's a slight change to what happens as the machine lowers closer onto you, and you can feel a small pinprick resting right on the bridge of your nose. And for each of you, the room grows fuzzy. To everyone else, you can see the storms of energy quiet and then slowly sink into the machine itself taking on the colors that it once showed, as it then radiates over the body of your compatriots. Slowly but surely, you are all infused with a new spell. And then, now, let's get to the fun part. Everybody make an intelligence saving throw.
Can someone help me with that?
Nope.
I mean, if I'm near you, technically, yes. It doesn't
Okay,
turn
yeah,
off.
+2. Yes.
4.
Okay.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Oh, thank God.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
18.
Woo!
Alright.
Or, yeah, 18.
Armac's head still
Yeah,
explodes.
your rolls aren't showing up. Hey, I'll take
Yeah,
your word
they
on
are.
it. Not on my screen.
What's the last thing you see?
Armax.
Armax? Real quick, just roll with
Oh,
the...
me, I didn't roll. Yeah, I was just saying he got 18 because of me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you rolled. 'Cause, yeah, all of you need to roll.
Ew.
Oh, God, her head. It's everywhere.
Good news. None of you come down with a bad case of exploding head disease.
Woo!
Also good news. The spells take.
Bad news.
No, there's just no great news.
You all take a permanent mental issue.
Alright. So you guys spent a lot of fucking money. Here's the question. What spell do you want first? Because I'm just going to put them in general chat. Because, like, the second you have them, you just, like, spout out what they are. Because it's kid on Christmas morning.
Sweet Frostfire.
Alright.
Frostfire!
Now then, the weird one. Now then, why the fates bent this spell to you, I will not know. But it is yours.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, cool. It does work on cold and heat. Or does it?
It makes hot cold.
Ah, that's awesome. You can just ruin stews.
The ideal use for this spell.
I mean, well, you wouldn't ruin the stew, you just turn it into a hungry man dinner.
Well, like, I'm just picturing someone and they're like,
Right.
I'm just picturing Bran getting really petty with someone and they just, like, make all their food cold.
By the way, I'm going to jump in. This will not have the same effect on Ayasha. Because she may have elemental in her blood, not enough.
Okay, so what goes on?
He could use it to make a fire elemental hit itself with cold damage.
Do I choose the effect that it can
Yes.
have?
Basically, well, cool flame targets a flame, specifically a fire. Like cool flame. Cold flame changes the damage type. Chilled flame is against elementals or creatures that are aflame.
I imagine it would just make her hair go out.
No.
Like Hades?
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I was gonna say it'd give you the blue Hades hair.
I'm
It
into
wouldn't go out because the flame is unaffected. All right, who's next?
Rain, you dyed Ayasha's hair. I guess I'll go next.
Which one?
The baton.
All right. By the way, I'm glad you tried to catch my slip up.
For her.
Eh.
As this is Nastul's radiant baton.
Uh-huh.
This is a mean son of a bitch. Like, this is kind of... If you were a strength-based character, I would be terrible. Unit would not be allowed to have this spell. I don't care if the random dice rolls gave it to him. I would not give it to him.
Let's see here.
Like, it's 4d8 damage on a
fuck.
stick.
That's a very painful stick.
Cool.
I'm gonna copy all of this shit down right now.
Right. Yeah, basically, you get a radiant baton that you can smack people with. It is a strength-based weapon, though, so you're at a severe disadvantage.
Well, I'll just have to find some strengthening potions. Or work out.
Yeah. But if you hit, you can do 2d8 radiant plus fire, poison, thunder, acid, lightning, force, or psychic.
Wait, can I... doesn't Wild Surge give me a chance to roll advantage on certain rolls?
Depends on what procs up. I mean, you can also get ways to have advantage. Like somebody helping you hit helps do that. Like,
How does someone help me hit?
they essentially use their action to distract somebody to give you an opening.
Fran, you want to help me double team?
Yeah.
All right,
We can be like
who's
we can
next?
be like Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Who's next?
I'll go for the fire aura.
Ancient bloodline technique. An enhancement to your normal natural abilities. This flame is dangerous on a tank. And it's kind of terrifying in the right situations. The second line of text is the important part. Just that one sentence. And by the way, it is a second level spell for you.
Okay, so it's not third.
No. Because here's the thing, the different spells have different levels on different characters and different classes. This is pulling it from the cleric's book, but the paladin version is second level.
So it says an unarmed attack, so does that mean I would take it if I used unarmed?
Well, no, it means if anything just tries to punch you.
Oh, okay, so like an attack. Oh, okay,
Like,
gotcha.
this is amazing on beasts. Or
Bar
elementals. But the immunity to fire is the big one.
I mean,
You're resistant. This is immunity.
yeah.
Like, this is, you can now swim in lava.
I have fireballs, which, we have a bird.
Oh, I could throw a fireball and you can just run in and beat the shit out of people while they're on fire.
Yeah.
All right, Blood Bridge an idea. Who's next?
Blood Bridge.
All right.
I love that album.
Is when she sets them on fire, is that a magical effect?
It doesn't specify its magic, so I'm going to say no. Also, it goes out. It basically gives her the ability of an elemental's fire damage.
That's pretty cool.
So it's mundane. Hurts like a son of a bitch. Oh yeah, this one's weird for you. Because this is not a cantrip. It's a cantrip on wizards. On you, it's a first level spell. Blood de Bridge. This is also why I had to state it's when you take damage. This is also terrifying on you. Like, I'm legit scared of what you will do with this. Alright, so the last one, idea.
Can I be the recipient? Probably not. Can I?
You touch 2 creatures.
So I just gotta touch myself.
Yeah, it's
Please
same
don't.
phrasing as a heroism. You touch 2 creatures. Also
Okay.
note, it doesn't say 2 willing creatures.
It's true.
Like, you can use this as a very weak attack.
Hey, you know, if we find an angel man.
Oh. Oh, fuck, this is actually more powerful than I remembered it being.
Oh, yeah!
It still costs a platinum coin each time.
Hey, I got 2 platinum coins. That's enough for my research.
Yep. Advantage on a single history, arcana, insight, investigation, medicine, nature, performance, religion, and survival.
And from then on, all of Armax's history checks required him to make 2 insight checks.
And it's still a first level spell as well.
Yeah, I know, but it costs 1 platinum. I guess that's the thing.
Yep. Alright.
So this is what dragons spend all their money on.
I was kind of pulling that out of my ass.
I don't care.
Alright. So
That's what it is now.
did you guys want to spend any more of your cash? You still got, what, 15k? Like, there's some shit you can get.
They have regular potions, yeah. Like I saw the
Yeah.
price ranges for them.
Yeah,
Which
no-
price range is for like greater and superior?
Basic is $70 a pop for 5. Healing potion is, or greater is 300 a pop. They got 5. And superior, they have 5 at 7k.
It's quite the jump for superiors, Jesus.
Yeah. Look, you didn't roll well on those.
Yeah.
And you did mark down everything else you bought, correct? Yes. Alright. Fucking hell, mate. You got... Like, y'all were bitching about the money you didn't or did have, but it's like, you have it, it's just in assets.
We just needed to liquidate all of our assets.
Oh, you guys can... Bran,
It's me.
how much do you guys have?
We currently possess
Because you said 15k.
21,662.
The ruby vial is just sitting there. 1 free potion a day. Or, if you need to, an AoE potion.
Now, does the AoE affect more than one person?
Yes, it affects all creatures in the 30-foot range.
And
With
it's
the
gone
healing.
forever after that, right?
Yeah, it smashes.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's not good enough for that.
No. You would throw it as, like, the worst of worst case emergencies.
Like the paladins down, the druids down.
Yeah, like, that's basically you give it to the one guy who can't heal, and everyone just gets dropped by a fireball. Alright. Getting very tired here. Is anything else you guys want to get? Because I'd prefer to have it on tape just for unit.
I kind of want to save the rest of our money just to see if we can buy any, like, traps or...
Cause I want to come back and get that cane thing, because...
Still need stealth equipment. Like stealth stuff, so we don't get caught.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we should wait for other players to be online, you know?
that would
It's
also
not really
work.
fair otherwise.
I mean, you would have enough to give Yanit something big. And I would say there's something you do notice with all the items you bought. Or you can buy. Notice how almost none of them were offensive?
What do you mean?
What?
This is a college. They don't make weapons. They
Right,
make
but-
stuff that they would use.
We didn't say weapons. I said stealth stuff.
Yeah, well,
Like a spell scroll of invisibility would be really nice.
Something that helps us, like some boots of Silent Step.
what I'm
Yeah.
getting at is these guys were never meant to be warriors. They're never meant to be fighters. They're never meant to be assassins.
So even
But
the armor
they
is kind of
all
out of
end
place.
up doing it.
Like, the armor is weird, but then look at what it is. It's hide.
Yeah.
It's, like, difficult to do. There's very little here that's designed to, like, assault a fortress. Most of this is just really good to have.
So we need to go to the War Mage Academy.
Like,
Is there? Oh no, there is a dexterity save. Got it. How does someone make a dexterity save when they're hugging you?
not well.
Yeah.
I imagine that if you fail it, you just do that awkward thing where one of you tries to stop the hug, but the other just really wants to continue the hug.
Alright,
Oh jeez.
I'm ending the recording.